right, halftime report. Halftime report, how are you feeling about the game so far? Lakers are currently winning. It's 59-54. LeBron's playing well. You said Luka's got to make some shots?
Bro, Luka make 1-3 every 50 shots, bro. What's going on with that guy?
Like I said earlier, they got to get AZ on the team. That man is built to be a Laker. He's like 8 feet tall.
He's 9 feet tall.
What are you doing running a hotel, man? Stop running the hotel and come to the Lakers. Come to LA. We need you here, buddy. Japan time starts right now. Okay, what is going on, everybody? Rogers Base here. Hello and welcome to the Japan Time podcast for Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. This one is a very strange one because normally, of course, you guys know we do the shows on Monday, but I came down with a cold. Shofu was busy. Some stupid guy on Twitch thought that he could beat him in a Pokemon battle, and then he ended up getting busy. I got busy. Bunch of other stuff happened. Ricky, surprisingly, is here right now. Ricky wasn't even here on Monday, so we are all here now, at least. We're going to have a good show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got the Pokemon Presents. We got Monster Hunter Wilds. We got the One Piece Lakers night game. We have a whole lot of stuff to discuss. But joining me for this very bizarre, strange episode of Japan Time, first and foremost, we got the man who's been working tirelessly behind the scenes, making sure that the audio is working correctly on the recording and making everything look good for the big card contest that's coming up. We got the one, the only Sonic furry fan extraordinaire, McDareth.
Bro,
what is going on, McDareth?
Why is there always a jab?
It's not a jab at all. I'm just introducing you.
One of those was okay. Anyway, thank you guys. Why I say thank you?
Little
Hello,
jabby.
Wait, so you're
everyone.
saying you have a problem with furries?
I
Why?
didn't say I have a problem with furries. I
Well,
said,
then why did
are
you
just
take that as a
labeling me
jab?
one?
Not a jab. What's wrong with that?
Why are you labeling me as one?
I like Carrot in One Piece. I don't see a problem.
So you're saying you're a furry, Roger?
No, I'm just saying that Carrot's a favorite character.
He's just saying that he's a rabbit fucker.
That's not what I'm saying at all, but the voice you just heard right there is Viram. What's going on, Viram, our resident gentleman? How are you, buddy?
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely start to the week. I have not been playing Monster Hunter, sadly, but it looks great. And it looks like lots of people are having fun.
Very good.
That's right. And so, someone else who also is having fun and looking great, we got Coastward. What's going on, Coastward?
Hey, Atari Lynx gamers. Yeah, that's a hard one to come across.
Have you been playing Monster Hunter at all?
I have it installed today. I'm ready to launch it once we're done with this podcast. And I've been watching a lot of it. Oh yeah, please don't launch it. Please don't launch it.
I won't. I'll play Mega Man.
And yeah, I've just been watching a lot of people play it, so I have a general idea of what's been going on with that game.
Right on. Right on. I just wanted to introduce Zeph next because, Zeph, I thought you were already playing it. Are you waiting for Coast?
No. So we share. We are in a Steam family library, and I have the game, so we can't play it at the same time online. So I'm just letting him play it tonight, and I'm gonna play other shit.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And then, last but not least, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Ricky Cocaine.
Shofu's not here. So.
That's right. He can't.
So okay, so somebody should be able to do the intro for me and replace what's happening with Shofu.
Even
if
if
we
you
could do
did
that,
it would
that
sound
would
like
be
he'd be going
fantastic.
back in time, like with his mic.
I
Also,
don't hear what you guys are hearing. I don't hear
It's okay right
what
now.
you guys are hearing.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, never mind.
Oh my
Think
god.
about it.
You'll hear it
You'll
when you
hear
go back
during
on
the.
the
Don't worry. You'll hear during when it's uploaded.
Could
Okay,
somebody,
cool.
for some reason I can't do it while I'm live, Could somebody send Mike an invite to the server? Because Mike was going to join for this episode too to talk Monster Hunter, but it said that he's not in the server and he's been getting pings and stuff. And so I was going to pull him on up into the thing. But every time I copy the Discord invite button, it says hidden use copy button, and it's not letting me actually copy the invite. So
you could send Mike the link of
Yeah, I was just about to say.
teamjapantime.com/discord to join the Japan
Is that
Time
really
Discord.
what it
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay, team. I'm going to try this right now. Team.
If you guys want to talk to Mike on the Japan Time Discord,
Yeah,
go to
I'm
that
sure he's
link.
going to be thrilled getting pinged by everybody. All right, Team Japan Time.
Let's all do that.
.com/Discord.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, .com/Discord. Okay, and this will be a
Put
link.
it in the chat, and then have everybody ping Mike when they get in the Discord.
Okay,
Discord.
don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's an
Terrible
awesome idea. I'm
Don't.
glad you thought.
That's a horrible idea. But again, we have a lot to talk about today. It's been a pretty exciting news week. Obviously, we are less than 30 days away from the big Nintendo Switch 2
Oh,
Direct.
you're right. I didn't even know.
Well, yeah, so we only have one more show before that Direct, which will be not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after. And then literally the next show afterwards is going to be our live show from C2E2. And then the show after that will be 200.
We're also 2 weeks away from Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition.
yes, sir.
Technically, that'll be out by the next show then, right? Because that comes out the 20th.
It'll
it comes out next
be
week.
no, it'll be
Yeah, it comes out the 20th, so it'll be after the next show.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's right before. I see. So it's like right before.
It comes
the
out
next
on
show.
March 20th.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
comes out March 20th.
okay.
Yeah, so the next show is the 17th of March. And yeah, March 20th would be when Xenoblade comes out. So we are going to have a couple more things to talk about then before. So I guess we actually have two shows before the Switch one. Oh, no, we don't. Because again, we're going to do the second one. We have one more. We have tonight's show. And then we got one show afterwards.
Okay.
And then the show after that will be on the 2nd. Which will be another Wednesday. So we're actually going to have two Wednesday shows within a 30-day group, because this is a Wednesday show when we're recording it. And then the
Quick.
2nd of April is a Wednesday show. Yeah.
Really quick, I think Mike's trying to join, but Warchamp took away my power to move people in calls, so someone has to.
I got it.
I'll
I'll
do
do it. Hold on. I'll pull him in real quick. Hold on.
Is that you?
There we go. There's Mike. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome.
Maiku-sama.
Hello.
Perfect. He's
Hey,
all set
Mike.
up and ready to go. We're looking lovely. See, we ended up getting a stacked house after all, despite all the tech issues, despite everything. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. And
Here's
Mike,
something we can talk about really quick,
Oh, go ahead.
because me and Mike, we watched Captain America: Brave New
Oh
World.
my god.
Oh, can we actually talk about that?
Oh,
Because I've
Yeah,
also
let's
seen-
talk about it.
Let's do it. Let's talk
So
about
can
it.
we not do spoilers? Because I have not seen.
We won't. We don't have to do
Sure.
spoilers.
You-
I mean, could we wait? Could we preface this by saying anything that's in the trailers is fair game?
Sure.
Sure.
Because I
guess.
feel like right,
So the
'cause
whole
you, like,
movie
you know-
damn near, I bet, because it's a Marvel.
Well, I mean, there is a secondary villain that has not been shown in trailers, but I feel like you guys in the trailers, you've seen Red Hulk, so you know Red Hulk's in this movie. So I feel like we can talk about the Red Hulk sequence without going into a lot of detail about the secondary villain. So I think that's good. Let's start this off. Mike, Coast, how are you guys feeling about Brave New World?
I don't actually remember what Mike said how he felt about it, but I think that movie was kind of mid.
Post, can I reveal something to you?
Go.
Let's hear it.
I was so tired that day. I slept through half of it.
Oh, no. So actually, on that topic, I actually have a kind of funny story. People who are watching on my channel know last Thursday and Friday, they had to cut power to my apartment because
Can I cut you off for a sec?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because this has impact on the show and general conversation. Adam, your microphone doesn't pick up when you laugh at all.
Really?
No, I saw
really?
like earlier, like a few hours ago when I said, or an hour ago when I said something, I saw you cackling on the stream, and I thought my joke bombed. But
Oh, here, I'll turn off Chris for the show then.
You gotta turn it up so you make sure.
Because
you're
when I laugh like a goddamn vampire, like I'll turn off this for now. There we go.
So while he's fixing his mic settings, one of
It's
the things I was
already
going to say is that perfect, is my power was turned off temporarily Thursday and Friday because they had to fix like some electrical thing in the building, and so I literally couldn't do anything during the day. And I have that AMC A-list thing, so I walked up. There's a movie theater in like walking distance from my house, so I literally walked to the movie theater to go see like an 11 a.m. showing of this. I was the only person in the entire theater. So literally I walked into a completely empty, and it was like the IMAX screening. So I'm in this giant theater by myself in the one seat, like directly in the middle of the theater. And I gotta say, like, I don't know if it was just because I was by myself.
Wait, was it your theater that had the roof collapse?
No, my theater did not.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
there was a news headline where
Roger would have told us. That would have been like
sure the news had this thing collapsed while I was in it.
Yeah, there was a headline where it was like movie theater ceiling collapses on a showing of Captain America: Brave New World, and then the next line was the two people watching it were fine.
I was about to say, imagine dying and going out with that piece of shit being the last
thing you've seen. To be fair, I will say this though, and Mike, if you were like sleeping through half of it, and Coast, you thought it was kind of mid. I don't know if you guys will agree with me. I feel like I don't think it's bad. Like I watched it and I wasn't sitting there going like, wow, this is the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever watched. But I don't think it's good, right? But I actually enjoyed watching that movie more than I enjoyed watching the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. I feel like
I'm so like tapped out of the MCU. I don't even know what movie this is.
So this is the new.
Is this the one with Blacktain America?
The Black Captain America.
Yeah, Black Captain America. Yeah. Right. So
you said Blacktain America?
Yeah.
What?
that was Sam's name. So Anthony Mackie plays Sam Wilson, who is now the new Captain America. And essentially the movie is about him like filling out the role of being Cap and like what it means to be Cap. But there was a whole TV show, which was Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was like the setup for him becoming Captain America, which also introduced like, what's the evil Captain America? What's his name?
You mean U.S. Agent?
Yeah, U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agent. Thank you. So that show is about like U.S. Agent actually being the next Cap that the government like put in place, and then him basically doing the wrong things, and then Sam Wilson actually taking up the mantle and becoming Captain America. And now this movie is like his first big foray on the big screen as being Captain America. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was like high mid. There's definitely been worse stuff that I've watched.
To me, that film felt like
Roger,
a worse version of Winter Soldier.
Turn me down a bit on your end.
Okay, turn you down. I got you.
I don't want to be blowing these people's
I
ears
kind
out.
of agree with you. I feel like there was one part of the movie where like Anthony Mackie said a line and it just like completely eliminated the purpose of what the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show was.
Yes.
So it's like why did they even bother making the show if they were just going to make the movie what the show was essentially in spirit? So
I feel like the show was probably meant to be the movie because U.S. Agent is in the new Thunderbolts movie coming up. So clearly that show was meant to be the precursor to both this Captain America movie and the Thunderbolts movie. And you do kind of need to know who that character is moving into the Thunderbolts one. But the show is like not good. It's not worth sitting through like 8 episodes.
Speaking of shows, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's really funny. Didn't they make the entirety of Iron Fist not canon anymore?
No, so that's the other weird thing is that it kind of is because of the Daredevil.
Are in like some different ways.
Yeah, but I heard it like bombed so bad that they weren't doing anything with him.
They're just not moving on with that character.
Yeah, they're just not going to do Iron Fist.
Good, he's so boring.
But speaking of that, the first 2 episodes of Daredevil came out. That shit is so good.
Oh, it's really good.
Daredevil and the Punisher are the only Marvel shows I have watched.
See, but the problem is, I feel like with Daredevil, again, maybe this is just an issue of being online, right? But like immediately, I got spoiled on the first episode. Immediately,
I'm
like,
not
the big thing
online.
That happens.
Yeah,
the big thing
I
that happens
watched
in
it
the first
as it dropped.
And people were like, how did you feel when blank happened? And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why would you ask me? And it was clear that they were excited. It wasn't like the people asking me this were clearly not trying to spoil me. But I was like, are you serious? Like, now I'm not going to watch it if I know that already.
No, like that, let me tell you, that happens like 8 minutes in.
What is
okay?
What
so
is
not that bad.
What is Iron Fist's power? Does he just
he just has strong fists. I think.
No,
He's just a martial artist?
there's like a mystical thing. I don't know for 100%.
Some mystical chi
Yeah,
energy,
but it's like some
probably.
mystical energy he has.
Doesn't he like shoot bullets out of his fists?
He can.
He
Aura
can,
bullet
I
Might be
think.
part of
Like
that, yeah.
energy,
Because like
energy
all
bullets?
he
Yeah.
sounds like a worse version of another hero that I can't remember. But
Iron
I
Fist?
don't know.
Isn't he
Yeah.
just supposed to be
Hold on, my
Jet Li?
cat wants in.
Not Jelly. Not Jackie Chan. Who's that guy?
No,
Bruce
Shang-Chi
Lee.
is another character. Shang-Chi is a whole separate character.
No, he's trying to say.
Anyways,
trying to say
back-
Bruce Lee, but it's the wrong thing.
Back on
Bruce
Captain
Lee.
America.
Thank you.
Back on Captain
Oh
America.
my
I
God.
think the reason why I thought that movie was mid, and again, it's hard for me to explain without going into spoilers,
Right.
because there's a lot of stuff in that movie that, like, I could just spoil the whole thing with one line, unfortunately. But I just feel like the problem that comes from that movie is the problem that stems from MCU as a whole right now, is that it's just so disconnected and everything just feels so rushed that they're trying to get to the next two Avengers movies right now, and there's not enough time for characters to breathe and develop,
Yeah.
and for storylines to fully flush out. So
I'm gonna keep asking questions for people that have never watched Marvel stuff like me.
Yeah.
This all seems like total shit. So it's like, why is it still so talked about?
I think it's because the
All I hear is
potential
bad
is
things.
clearly. Yeah, I think there's a couple things. One, it's that the potential is clearly still there for the next phase, right? Like now that with Deadpool and Wolverine actually having been good, and then having the rights to the X-Men characters again, and then like rebooting Fantastic Four and it looking
Like,
pretty good. Like the stuff that's coming after this stupid storyline multiverse bullshit is done, I think is actually going to be good. And they have like the right talent for it. They have the right actors for it. But the problem is a lot of stuff went wrong early on in the beginning of setting up this multiverse saga. And they blew too many loads in terms of like having other new characters get introduced too early. And then like the guy who was going to be the main villain ended up like, what happened with him? What was
he just
Jonathan
got
Majors?
caught in legal trouble.
Yeah.
He got caught in
Blade
legal
get
trouble.
canceled?
And then Blade,
Blade was
which was
having
going to be the whole
issues.
thing,
Oh,
got
That was
canceled.
something I was
Jonathan
excited for.
Majors?
Yeah.
I was actually excited for that.
And that got rebooted multiple. And then like a lot of the stuff that came out
I like
early
Blade.
didn't do particularly well. So like the Black Widow movie came out right when COVID happened, and so like they only put it
that
on
movie,
Disney Plus.
Jesus Christ.
And that movie,
Yeah, I'm
like,
not
they rushed
knocking
it.
anything for COVID stuff, obviously. It's just
No,
like
I know.
anytime I hear this talked about, it's like, yeah, this was mid, this sucked, but then it just keeps happening.
Well, the
I
problem
think a
is
lot
too,
of
is
it
like
just comes down to the initial momentum of the MCU from
Yeah.
like the original Iron Man all the way up until
Yeah, because
Avengers
Iron Man 1
Endgame.
was fire.
It's still kind of, it has that sort of like Star Wars post.
I didn't even know there
like
was a
bad
universe during
trilogy,
Iron Man.
yeah,
like
yeah.
where it's like, you know, people will always love Star Wars if just because of the initial
it's
good
Pokemon.
stuff. Yeah, in a sense.
In a weird way.
Yeah.
I would
I mean,
say
it's
that
not,
Pokemon.
it's not that weird.
People who
It's not like Marvel isn't a giant like brand in of itself. Yeah, the movies are huge, but like there's
Yeah.
years of stories of these characters. So some people
But
still
like
just want to see what these
the
characters are
difference,
doing.
I would say
the
Pokemon
MCU
is not
stuff
the
I
best.
saw is like
Pokemon. That's
so not good. It turned me on to reading comics. I've actually read comics now.
Like, I feel like with Pokemon specifically, I don't think necessarily that's a good example, because Pokemon, like a lot of the people who complain about Pokemon or talk about Pokemon, one, still consume Pokemon anyway, which we aren't seeing with Marvel. There's a lot of people who, like, you could see with the box office of a lot of these newer movies, like it's not hitting anywhere near the highs. Like Deadpool and Wolverine did
Yeah,
good, but
it's- I made that comparison.
Brought a lot of people in. But
I
like,
made that
with
comparison
Pokemon-
because it's two series that consistently put out mid or bad, and the people continue. That's all.
But I don't
Swap it
really
out.
think
They-
people,
we
people-
continue
the
to
difference
consume
is
it.
Pokemon is not dropped in terms of sales. In fact, it's done better.
No, I know.
Whereas Marvel, in terms of box office, has significantly dropped. And in terms of like cultural relevance, has significantly dropped. And I think the other big problem with it early on is that the multiverse saga, when they were starting it, they were continuing stories of other characters, right? I think the plan moving into the multiverse saga, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like
I'm not.
was to have-
Also, I just want to say I'm not hating. I'm just asking questions. I'm curious.
Yeah, of course. I feel like the plan from the beginning of the multiverse saga in the ideal world would have been to have the new Avengers team, right? Because that's a whole big thing with the multiverse saga right now. We are nearing the end of the second to last saga of all these movies, and we still don't have an Avengers team to follow. Like, there's not yet an Avengers movie. The Avengers movies are going to be implemented in the final phase of this saga. So it's like when you don't have a through line of core characters you're rooting for, and there's too much other stuff to follow and going on, people just like aren't as interested. And I think the other problem is that the characters that they did want to focus on, which I think like the core Avengers team was most likely going to be moving on from Endgame, was probably still going to be Thor and still going to be Hulk, but that the other three main Avengers were most likely going to be Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther. Yeah. And unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman passed away. So they had to completely change what happened with Black Panther.
How I view it.
Well, I think him dying definitely threw a wrench into something.
Well, yeah, but with Marvel, it's like, it's weird how Marvel will do stuff, because I was hearing shit.
I'm really impressed.
They're gonna CGI him into something, or
that's what I was about to say. I'm really, really impressed with Marvel. Like, since they're huge, gross corpo, I was like very, very pleasantly surprised they didn't immediately recast.
I think they should have recast the character personally.
They are. I don't know. We can talk about
I know. I think it's been long enough now.
Well, no. But I mean, this has been confirmed. Is that with Doomsday coming out, there was a quote unquote. No, there was a not with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, it's Ryan Gosling.
There was a. You guys can't see me, but I'm making finger quotes when I say leak here. Right? There was a leak, finger quotes, of very, very high quality concept art from the official artists in pre-production for Avengers Doomsday, which is the first big RDJ run Doctor Doom like Avengers movie that's coming out next year. And in this leaked concept art, you very clearly see Star-Lord, you see the Young Avengers, you see White Vision, you see a new Black Panther, but it's clearly meant to be T'Challa. And you see Doctor Doom with like the Fantastic Four characters and with Doctor Strange. Now, my assumption for anyone who's seen Wakanda Forever, which is the second Black Panther movie, the end credit scene of that movie, it's been long enough. So I'm
when Ryan Gosling put on the hat.
Ryan Gosling again is not Black Panther. Let's clarify. He is not the Black Panther. He's in the end credit movie. Shuri, who is the new Black Panther, basically meets with T'Challa's ex-wife, well, not ex-wife, right, but like before he died, right, his widow, and meets his kid, and his kid's name is T'Challa, and the implication is that that kid is going to grow up and become Black Panther.
Ryan Gosling.
But with everything that's going on now with like Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars and time shit and like all this other weird stuff going on, the assumption is that Doomsday, based on that concept art, is going to introduce him grown up as the next T'Challa. So they are fully recasting. But I actually don't think, because I think Wakanda Forever was actually pretty good. I think it was a little bloated. And
I watched the Black Panther movie for the first time like this year.
Well, the first one's awesome. But Wakanda Forever is the second one is like,
I never knew there was a second one.
Not bad. I don't think it's bad. I think there's bad stuff in it. Like, I think the whole Ironheart thing didn't need to be there. But I thought like all the stuff with Okoye and his mom, and I think that was interesting. And I thought like,
isn't that
and Namor and stuff?
That when Angela Bassett went crazy?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, where she's like, I lost everything. Right.
I think that like reeling it back to what you're explaining about with the burnout of Marvel stuff. I think the problem is that they had a pretty concrete path to how they wanted to roll out the first Avengers. And when they first started, there was like only a handful of characters and stuff like that where they only had to worry about those characters interacting with each other, yada yada yada. That was like how many years was it since the first Iron Man and the first Avengers? Like 4 years, 5 years?
Max, it was 3 years between the three.
Between
I think the first Iron Man was 2008 and the first Avengers was 2012.
2012, yeah. So it was 4 years.
4 years.
So from between when the Secret Wars movie is about to come out and Endgame, how long has that been? And not
6
only
years.
that, how many characters have
Seven.
been introducing into the universe as well, where many of them aren't going to have much of an impact on the main Secret Wars plot. They're just there to boost up the heroes that they want in that Avengers movie. But the problem with that is they're just not showing up in an Avengers movie until the Secret Wars. There's no
Right.
There was no plan.
Yeah, I think the way they could have laid this out is that this new Captain America movie that we were talking about, I feel like this should have been the beginning of this whole
Well,
multiverse
again,
saga. This should have started the whole thing.
Non-spoilers.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about, I'm down to talk about not like spoilers,
No, but no, I won't go super, but I think like one important thing to know, which is not a spoiler, that's in the trailers and it's in the beginning of this movie, is that President Ross, right, who was in the previous movies, the Sokovia Accords and all that stuff, wants Sam Wilson as Captain America to make a new Avengers team. That's literally what he says in this movie, is like, I want you to make a new Avengers team. And by the end of the movie, it is somewhat implied that like he's making a new Avengers team. So if that's the case, why would you have not started this whole thing with this? If you want Captain America to be the new head of the team and you're going to put together a new team, they should have led with this before you get into all this multiverse stuff with like the 3 Spider-Men and Doctor Strange and Loki and all that. You should have started with this at a ground level, implemented the stuff with get people excited, and
it's because Secret Wars has a lot of involvement with multiverse.
Yeah, Secret Wars is all
I
multiverse.
think,
right, but that's what I'm saying is
I think not having the Avengers right away would have been fine as long as they still had some type of event movie each phase.
Yeah, and they didn't really have that at all.
Yeah, like the issue with this arc of the MCU is that there isn't a whole lot of consistency between all the movies. Like even the way the multiverse works can change wildly between movies.
That's true, right? Because you had this stuff with the invasions, or no, what they call incursions or whatever. So there's like the incursions, but then there's also like the timeline stuff with the TVA, and there's so many Disney Plus shows too. Because like just with the Disney Plus shows alone, you've got the WandaVision one, which kicked off everything, which is important, obviously, with Scarlet Witch and with Vision. Then you had the Falcon and the Winter Soldier one. You had the Loki one, which had 2 seasons. You had the What If one, which has like 3 seasons, which that one could just be taken or leave it. Doesn't really matter.
It's a nice show on its own.
But then there's the Hawkeye one, which sets up the Young Avengers stuff and also like wraps up Hawkeye's story. You've got Moon Knight, which really should have just been a movie instead of a TV show. Why they did as a TV show is kind of stupid. Same thing with Miss Marvel. It's like whole TV show, didn't need to be, could have been a movie. Then you've got the She-Hulk one, same thing, could have been a movie instead of being a TV show. You've then got the Echo show, that's like a spin-off of the Daredevil Kingpin stuff from Hawkeye. And then you've got Agatha All Along. You've got the animated Spider-Man show. You've got the animated X-Men show. You've got the new Daredevil show and the Ironheart show that's coming out. It's like there's so much stuff. And that's just the TV shows. When you take into consideration like the movies, there's, what was there so far? There was, in terms of movies for the first phase, it was Black Widow, then Shang-Chi, then The Eternals, then No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Thor, Black Panther, Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Marvels, Deadpool, Captain America, and then Thunderbolts. Now, of those movies, of which already there were more movies in the first and second phase of this new multiverse thing than the first phase and a half of the first one combined. So there's way too many characters going on. And like you said, the quality like wildly shifts. You've got like absolutely booty butt cheeks, terrible, absolute crap CG in Black Widow, going into like Shang-Chi, which actually looks pretty good. Then moving into the Eternals, which is like introducing 20 new characters and is super boring. And then into Spider-Man No Way Home, which people all really liked and was exciting.
I mean, well, yeah, like you can go on and on about it. I'm just curious, like, out of all of the runtime of all of these movies, how much of it will actually add up and be meaningful when we get to the Secret Wars movie?
I think realistically, the Loki show, I think the Deadpool movie, this Captain America movie, the Doctor Strange one, and the Spider-Man one are pretty much the only ones that are going to be like important. And then maybe, but even I was going to say maybe Black Panther, but again, they're just straight up recasting. So it's like that movie never.
A lot of these shows are literally just let's make this show so that we have a reason for a character existing in the movie.
Can I ask another question?
But a lot of those characters aren't even showing up in them. The only one from any of the shows.
Well, we don't know. We don't know, man.
I mean,
we know. Let me ask the question related to this.
Filming it right now, so we know who's in it, and the only one from any of the shows that's in it so far, based on the casting, is the Young Avengers character.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
It's on casting sheets in Atlanta.
Why? Why do they keep picking shitty, stupid heroes no one cares about or characters no one cares about to put in their movies? Who the fuck cares about Craven?
Well, I mean, they've done that before.
I mean, that's Sony. That's not even. Yeah, that's
not.
Yeah, no. I know. My bad. I should have prefaced. Both of them are doing this. Like on the DC side, Craven, obviously, that was my example. Marvel, they put in characters people don't fucking like. You said people weren't going to care about the new.
I don't know.
Or someone
I don't
in
know
your
how
chat.
Echo was a show.
I think it's really funny
strange to me.
that we had a whole like subset of Spider-Man antagonist side films, and Spider-Man is in none of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Only Venom works because people like Venom, but all the other ones are just like, oh, Venom did okay, let's do these. And like, no, people don't care.
You can definitely make
Spider-Man.
Nobody wants Madam Web.
You can make, I think, 100% Venom stuff without including Spider-Man. I think they can.
Yeah, because Venom is a good enough character to carry that.
Yeah.
All of the Venom movies are ass though. So
yeah, well, they're funny.
I guess the other thing too is like with the Guardians of the Galaxy movie that came out too, like that was meant to be a conclusion of the storyline.
I saw the first one of that. That's good. That's a good one.
Right, but the problem, which we now know based on all this concept art stuff for Doomsday and all the casting stuff for it, is that Star-Lord is like one of the main characters in this Doomsday movie. And the whole point of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was that there's now a new Guardians being led by Rocket. So you're like, where Star-Lord is nowhere to be seen and now retired.
How do you know like, Star-Lord's the lead in where is this information?
Again, this is all like off the official Marvel website. All the concept art leaked. There's like, and I say leaked,
that's
but
concept art, brother. That's not official.
No. This is not.
Oh, that's not official.
I'm getting myself in trouble. I happen to know.
Concept art is, you can have official concept art. What?
Well,
at the end of Guardians 3,
that's not. I'm sorry. What was that, Mike?
Roger, we're talking among friends. Nobody's good. He's good at this.
Yo, let Mike speak.
Just let you know.
Wait, Mike, go ahead, Mike.
At the end of Guardians 3, it said Star-Lord will return. It didn't say anyone else was going to return.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Did it? Wait.
So what happens to his friends?
I mean, they all go off and do their own thing. But
wait. Says at the end. It says at the end, Star-Lord will return.
Yes, it says Star-Lord will return.
Is it after?
It's
a second end credit scene or something?
It is the second end credit scene where he's like eating cereal with his grandpa.
Bro, I mean, that makes sense though, because again, the concept art for this, the new Doomsday one, that's again, the official Marvel concept art, has him sitting on a couch eating cereal with Vision. So like that tracks, I guess. But that's very bizarre. I did not know that. Oh boy.
Well, for me, I think the thing that hurt Marvel for me, as someone like I still like watching the movies. I'm behind on a couple because I need to catch up on some shows I didn't really care to watch the first time around. But I felt like WandaVision was good. I liked Hawkeye still, but then it was just like very aggressive with shows where the burnout just happened because it felt like you needed to watch all the shows and the movies at the same time. Like it was just a little too much.
That was a big thing for me as well, because if having the same quantity of movies versus shows, it's just like shows just take longer to watch. Like that's just you have 8 episodes of a show, each episode an hour long. That's 8 hours versus a movie that's 2.5.
Right.
You can fit 3 of those movies into one show.
Which is kind of why I felt that way about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, because I feel like that could have been a good movie. Like they could have
It's Brave New World. You watched it.
Right, but it's not, because like I think that Falcon and the Winter Soldier show sets up like why specifically Sam had to be captain and what was happening with Winter Soldier and like who like Agent US or whatever his name is, like why the 3 of them were going to be important moving forward. And instead it had like this whole dumb subplot thing with like these terrorists that have super soldier serums, and it's like none of this was needed whatsoever. And yet some of that stuff is like integral to the Brave New World movie, where like if you didn't know this about, like there's one character in particular that's important at the beginning of this, where you're like, had you not watched that, you wouldn't have known this is even important. Or like you have to have watched the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk movie to understand literally half of this movie.
I saw a post someone shared of like Kojima saying, "Wait, I didn't watch this, so do I not understand this?"
Yeah, the Kojima tweet was funny as fuck.
The Kojima tweet was actually genuinely funny.
I think that's a good indicator that this is a terrible way to do stories.
Yeah,
that's pretty sure.
On the flip side of the shows,
that's maybe a bad sign.
On the flip
I
side of the
don't.
shows, I think the Eternals movie is the one thing that I think should have been a show.
Oh yes, I agree. Because
There
there's
was
like all
They
these
had
other
too many
characters.
characters. There
Yes.
was not nearly enough time, and the movie was long, but there was
That's
not
what I'm
nearly enough time
saying,
spent on it.
man.
Yeah. There should have been enough time for the Eternals. What were you gonna say, Mike? Sorry, we kept talking. What were you
Uh,
gonna
He
God, what were we
spoke, I
talking
thought.
about? We were talking about what was it called? What were we just talking about?
The TV shows? Eternals.
No, before
Before
Eternals.
that,
Brave New World and how you have to watch Incredible Hulk. to
Oh yeah,
understand.
no, I don't think there's anything really wrong with like having to watch you have to like continue with the characters. I don't
No,
think it
movies
is.
is fine, but I think if you have to go watch a TV show, it's stupid.
Well, that's it's like
Well,
I think
I don't know.
universally, the original Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton, the Eternals, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier are pretty much by everybody seen as like lower tier Marvel properties.
I
Or
don't
like,
agree
or-
with that part on Falcon and Winter Soldier. I didn't think that show was that
Okay,
bad.
well, that's fair. I mean, that's fair. But like, you would not say it's top tier, would you?
No, it's not one of my favorites that they
Right.
had, but
But so it's either like mid to low tier stuff, and I think I agree with Mike in the sense, and I agree with Zeph actually with you talking about like if it's in a movie, I think it's fair game. But the problem with Brave New World is a lot of the stuff was like tied to you having watched the show Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as opposed to
And the shows require
watching previous
subscriptions.
Yeah,
Well, that's the problem with any show that has a continued character from any other film or show. Like,
Well, yeah, that's why I think it's stupid.
like
Just make
that's the
movie
thing with.
stories.
Well, no, that's the thing with Marvel. It's like I think they're keeping in mind that they wanna reward their viewers for having watched previous stuff that they developed. Because like that's kind of the soul of like everyone was hyped with Infinity War and Endgame, you know,
Sure,
characters
of
coming
course.
back and stuff. They want to embody that spirit with Marvel and continuing it into Secret Wars and stuff. So I don't blame them for doing that, but
But making
it's-
TV show plot points a big movie plot point is weird.
Well, I think
they haven't done that though.
Oh,
The thing
okay.
that's weirder is that, like, in the lead up to all this stuff with Doomsday, right? Obviously, Doctor Doom being the main villain, that's a Fantastic Four character. And so, like, they're introducing their big bad of this whole giant phase in most likely, like, the end credit scene of the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. And it's like, if you were going to have Doom be the Thanos, right? At least Thanos was teased all the way back in, like, the original Avengers. Like, the very first event, the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, he was set up way before, but the problem with this was that when they started this second phase, they still didn't fully have the rights to Fantastic Four. They still didn't fully have the rights to the X-Men. Like, now Disney wholly owns everything. They could do whatever they want, which is why I think, like, people have faith in the next saga, right? Because the first saga was the Infinity War saga or the Infinity Saga. This saga is the Multiverse Saga. And the next saga they've already announced is the Mutant Saga. So
Oh really?
if the next saga is the Mutant Saga, and they have rights to everything, and Secret Wars, for those of you who like know the comic or know anything about it, you've got like Battle World and all the characters coming together from all the different universes, and then it basically creates like a reboot. So if they reboot the universe after Secret Wars, everything is fair game, and they can kind of start from square one. And they obviously have the opportunity with the multiverse stuff and like with the other movies that they've done to bring in like actors for the last time that were in the old X-Men movies, or have like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man next to Hugh Jackman Wolverine, next to like Robert Downey Jr. You know what I mean? Like there's cool opportunities for this final kind of like collaboration movie at the end of all of it. It's just that the characters that we care about aren't like, they aren't the characters that we've been following throughout the course of this. We're not like focusing on Shang-Chi. We're not focusing on Moon Knight. We're not focusing on these other characters they introduced. We're focusing on characters that really weren't important to the saga at all.
I
Yeah,
have
that's right.
no idea about any of that.
I remember like even like at the beginning of the multiverse saga, I don't know if you still feel the same, Coast, but I thought like we were loving like the start of the multiverse saga.
Like
Star
with
Wars
Wanda, when Wanda and
WandaVision
all
and
those were coming out.
Loki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed WandaVision. I really enjoyed the Loki show. I still think is one of the best
Yeah,
products
Loki
that they
show was
released.
very good, yeah.
And the Loki show is like required viewing for the movies, especially because of all the stuff with the TVA. And like, I mean, obviously that ties directly into the Deadpool movie. That was a huge part of it. And I think, again, universally, pretty much everybody loves the Loki show. And a lot of people loved the Deadpool Wolverine movie. And so I think like that goes to show if people are resonating with those things, that those things were probably quality.
The trick here is that they're just like, yeah, every like 3 bad movies, we get like a really, really good one. And that's kind of the thing that's keeping us all invested.
Yeah. There's at least enough that's pushing us forward in terms of quality where we're like, I want to see where this ends. Yeah. But like they've made so many different mistakes. Like them having Kang be the bad guy in Ant-Man and then having Ant-Man beat him.
Yeah.
Like, how is it gonna be
that so like it's so weird.
I think that was sloppy rewriting.
To do that, yeah, because I think originally they were going to be stuck in the quantum realm. So I was going to end. But they changed it for a happy ending. But like, there's the whole Council of Kangs things. Like you can get away with that with Kang for who he is. But like, someone who doesn't care about comics, it still just looks lame that he's just going to lose.
Especially because it was set up like that guy was the worst of the worst, right? It was like the Kang that was in that movie was the one that all the other ones were scared of in the council. So you're like, all right, you killed the worst one now? Like, what? So I have to deal with like all these other stupid...
Yeah, it's like that, and then even the payoff from the Loki show set up that Kang.
Kang the Conqueror is a really cool character, too. There's a lot of stuff they could have done with him.
And he ties directly into Fantastic Four, right? Because isn't he actually like Reed's kid from the future or something?
There's one of
timelines, some other ones. So there was a kid in Falcon the Winter Soldier when he goes to the original guy who was like the original Cap, who was like the black guy. The kid there that's around is one of the people who can become Kang as well. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think that's what I remember.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, obviously in Spider-Man was cool, like seeing the original 3 Spider-Man. I don't think that movie holds up as well upon rewatch.
Actually, no, wait, he's one of the Young Avengers.
But,
never mind.
But the movie was still solid. Like the fight with Doctor Strange was good, and like the surprise of seeing the 3 Spider-Man together, I thought but it was fun. Yeah, that was a good movie. But then, like again, right before that, you had the Eternals, which, like Viram said, really should have been a TV show. When you're introducing like 8 different characters, you could have had like an episode dedicated to each hero, and then have like the final 2 episodes be all of them coming together and like a team that you're like, oh, this is so cool. Look, now all these storylines are converging. It could have been almost like a mini phase, you know. But instead, they crammed everybody into a movie, so you don't actually get time to spend with any of them. And then the plot threads from that movie, like the stuff with Black Knight and the stuff with Blade, didn't go anywhere because they canceled the Blade movie, and the Black Knight stuff got canceled too. So you're like, okay, well then, what was the point of any of this other than setting up the adamantium stuff that's in Brave New World? It's like, okay, fine.
Either way, at the end of the day, Brave New World was kind of mid.
Should we move on now?
I can't believe that's how this started. I can't believe.
Good health. I mean, we used to actually cover Marvel stuff. Like we actually had a whole episode.
Do people actually care about this?
I mean,
yeah, people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. I just wasn't sure.
No, people definitely care about this.
Like also, we had a whole video on, not video, but we talked about Thor: Love and Thunder for like a majority of an episode one time.
Yeah. Also, I see.
That movie was ass.
Blade, I see somebody in the chat saying Blade did not get canceled.
Not good.
I can tell you for a fact Blade got canceled. Blade, they might not be announcing it got canceled, but I can tell you for a fact because my friend wrote a version of the script, that movie got canceled. Like full stop, got canceled. Gonna be rebooted. They're gonna probably try Blade again at some point.
They're gonna cast Ryan Gosling as Blade.
Bro.
Finally.
What is with everybody?
Good casting.
Every character.
Because Ryan Gosling is the quintessential actor that should be playing. If there's any
funniest
actor who
guy,
should be playing,
Ryan Gosling is the funniest possible guy to pick to replace any black character. He's the funniest.
I'm glad you said it and not me.
It would actually be funny as fuck if like the next Black Panther, the new movie, there's like a scene where he's like walking up, takes off his mask, and it's like Michael Cera.
Bro.
Yeah, they should put Michael Cera.
Only if T'Challa actually beats the crap out of him during the scene, and it's like a joke, and he like throws him away. It's the multiverse. That would actually, I mean, to be fair, that would actually probably be pretty funny. But yeah, it is. It just is what it is. That's unfortunately the state of Marvel. I mean, again, we were talking about the new Captain America. I did actually think it was better than people were saying, though. Like, I think people are talking about this like it's the worst one or like it's the bottom of the barrel. I
definitely think it is the worst one.
You think it's the worst of all the Marvel movies?
Would you?
Out of all the Captain America movies.
Oh, out of the Captain America movie. Yeah, but the Captain America movies are all pretty quality. But of the
that's what you're talking about. Oh, some people are saying out of all the movies.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
Yeah, okay, that's a brain dead take.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Roger, if you
Yes.
were a movie reviewer, would you recommend to your audience to go see A Brave New World or this new American movie?
Okay.
I would say
would you state your station on it?
I mean, I would say if you get like a $2 ticket or you have an A-list, right, and you could just go see something whenever, then I would be fine. But I wouldn't recommend paying a full price ticket, no. Especially when it's going to be on Disney Plus for free in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they
again with Disney Plus.
These things pretty quickly.
I'm super biased because I really like Daredevil and Punisher Netflix shows, but the new Daredevil show is so good.
And that's what 2 episodes in currently.
I should start it.
Yeah.
See, but then is the Daredevil
I'm waiting for severance.
Is that going to be in the new Secret Wars and stuff?
I think they're literally they're setting. Maybe they'll put Daredevil up there, but then they're like, you don't need to watch this to understand Daredevil. But like, there's from what I understand with the Daredevil show, this is set up to be a show. Like, it has a showrunner. It has all it is set up production wise as a show, and they're filming it as a show with multiple seasons, not just like, oh, here's this quick snippet about this character's a side thing. Like, no, this is set up to be a running show.
Because it says in terms of future movies, right? We know that there's the other 2, the stuff in Phase 6, right? The Phase 6 movies after Thunderbolts are Fantastic Four, Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, and Secret Wars. And then there's like a list of movies that at some point they want to make that may not even be in this phase and might be after the multiverse stuff and into whenever we do the Mutant Saga. And that's like the Armor Wars show that was turned into a movie that has now been somewhat canceled, but then they're probably still going to make, which is the same situation that Blade is in. And then there's the 3rd Black Panther movie, the 2nd Shang-Chi movie, and then the X-Men film, which again is going to be the headliner for the Mutant Saga. And I feel like this Shang-Chi sequel and this 3rd Black Panther probably are not going to be until after Secret Wars, because they're going to want to use the Black Panther that they're building up in Secret Wars to be the new Black Panther, to be the new T'Challa. So then they can avoid all the recast issues.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But there's only 4. I mean, there's literally, with Thunderbolts, after Thunderbolts is done, there's 4 more left. And then we're done.
Like, they won't be producing any more Marvel related.
No, they're gonna make more Marvel.
No, they will.
Bro, Marvel is gonna outlive you, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm just trying to make sure.
We're never gonna see the end of the MCU.
Like, they're already they're already filming Daredevil season 2. Like, they're already setting up for that. So it'll be.
Where's all this money coming from in time to shoot
Disney,
all this content?
They have different people.
What do you mean? Yeah, Disney owned damn near owned the world at one point almost. Like,
to be fair, Disney damn near owns the world now.
Yeah.
They own ABC, they own Disney, like all the Disney properties.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Star
this is
Wars,
like
ESPN, Marvel,
from
National
its
Geographic,
existence.
Pixar.
It's had
like,
infinite money.
What? Yeah. Plus all the theme parks and everything.
Okay.
It's like,
It probably
even
has so
year,
many
they own
investors, dude.
Yeah. There's just so much. Do you want to do a prediction on when Shofu is showing up? I mean, he might not at this point. We've been going for an hour.
We
so
stalled for a lot with this Marvel stuff.
We did. We're talking about. We haven't even gotten into Monster Hunter yet. No. We can still stall for a little bit
Isn't
longer.
There other stuff too, like Xenoblade. I don't know.
Well, Xenoblade's not.
Talked about Sonic CrossWorlds. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, we can talk about the beta.
What is that?
It's the
racing game.
It's the new Sonic racing game.
But don't we already know? We talked about.
I know that, and not you.
No, we watched the.
You're just trying to make sure.
There was a closed beta that was play or a network test. Sorry, that was.
Well, what was it like?
Very good.
It was fun. Yeah.
Like
it took. Go on.
You can go here.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it definitely took a couple of races for me to kind of get used to the overall feel. I just think it's because it's been a while since I played Team Sonic Racing when it came out for the first week that it came out, and then didn't really play it much again. And that was a few years ago. But that's just like getting used to how handling is. But once it clicks, it definitely felt very good.
So what I'll say, it's pretty different from Team Sonic Racing. Like, I played just to warm up, like the hour before it launched. I played Team Sonic Racing and then into CrossWorlds, and CrossWorlds is like the turning everything is way tighter. Like, the foundation is built off of what Sumo Digital did in the old racing games, but I'm pretty sure, like I heard Fidel even say this, that This is like Sega in-house like arcade racing devs, like people who made like the initial D arcade.
I was gonna say the thing you just said with the. I was gonna say tight turning is arcade racing classic.
Yeah, like what I like. That's the biggest takeaway when I play this game. It just feels like I'm playing an arcade racer, and I love that.
That's good. I think there's actually a big market for arcade styled games now, but because of like nostalgia and just the general aesthetic, like missed the kids that missed it growing up. I think more games could do that.
It's honestly, I mean, it's not because it's Sega, and you know they're using their money finally to put budgets into their teams. But it's funny that Sega has made arcade racers for years. This is the first time they're taking that talent and making a Sonic racing game with it.
That's the thing that pisses me off the most about Sega is they've misplaced their talent. Same with Pokemon, low key. You know what the dude who composed for Coliseum and XD's working on?
I don't know.
Cafe Mix.
Oh.
Well, let's go.
Is he really? I didn't know that.
What are you gonna say, Mike?
No, I was never really a big fan of the first 3 Sonic racing games. Something about them, I didn't like the feel of them as kart racers. It felt like this weird like middle ground where it's like it didn't feel like a party game like Mario Kart, but it also didn't feel like this super technical racer like Crash Team Racing. But this one I enjoy a lot, actually. It feels more like Mario Kart, which I don't know how you feel about. Like it feels more like a party game like Mario Kart is.
I agree to its, in my opinion, to its detriment a bit, because like the Sonic racing games, I think I said this before when we talked about it briefly, like when we saw the trailer. The Sonic racing games have always been very like it's drift based, trick based, and like it's more so about that than items. And this game is way more about items than all those have been. Like they did the Mario Kart, like there's grass shortcuts and you can use hold boost items to cut through them. So now a big strategy is you get an item and you need to hold it to plan out where in the track you can use this to get more advantage, which it took me a little bit as someone that's not how I like. I mean, I've played the other Mario Karts. I didn't really like 8, so I didn't play it. So I haven't really been in that mindset of getting items, holding them. Normally in the Sonic games, you can just toss them. But this one, like, you kind of need to hold. Like, you need to hold defensive items. You need to hold boost items. Attack items are both, I don't care about them, but I hate when they hit me. But if I get them, I don't want them. And then first you get like tech items. You gotta, sometimes you can use them to protect yourself.
That's definitely the big issue with the items in this game, is like they are not enjoyable to use, and they're also such a pain to get hit by.
Yeah, so,
it's like the worst of both worlds.
For some, they definitely got to change some stuff up. Like, I had to finish editing this video, but one thing I was talking about is there's basically like 3 to 4 red shells in this game, because there's a red glove, which is literally just a red shell. There's the blade that is red shell, but it cuts your card and makes you drop your items. And then the green glove, if you're hovering over someone when you throw it, it becomes a red shell. Well, red shell's already super strong, so why is there 3 of them? If you're in first place, Anvil is a blue shell, King Boom Boo is a blue shell. But King Boom Boo is a line that hit multiple people. Anvil hits first and second place only. There's Slime, which is both a mix of Blooper and Lightning. So it hits everybody. It doesn't stall you out, but it slows you down. It makes you drop all your items, everybody. Like, it's so they just need to change some of these. Oh, and so one thing that the you talking about party style, I think they just need to remove the Dark Chow. I can't. That's the item I cannot stand.
I don't understand that item. Is it just like a refresh of your items?
No. It gives every racer 2 items. Every single person.
So it is a refresh.
Yes, but if it was a refresh, it would just give you 2 items. It gives everybody 2 items. That's the issue. It's like in a game where everyone's already on top of each other, and the items are already feel both too strong and not strong enough. Suddenly, everybody's got 2 items. So instantly, Dark Chow goes off. You now have 3 monster trucks guaranteed, and that's a star basically. You have 2 to 3 drills, which is Bullet Bill. all popping instantly, because like that's the other thing, they don't really balance how many can go out at once. So like that's the part of the game that really needs work, is the items. And also bumping into other racers feels a little too strong, because someone can tap you and you go really far to the side, just getting tapped by someone else. So I feel like if they can tune that down and change up the items a bit, I think this is like, it's really fun.
It's especially chaotic with that one gadget where you get the slight boost when you bump into someone.
Yeah, and the bump
kind of
is weird
around.
because like it's not like Mario Kart. Because when you get bumped in Mario Kart, you kind of like strafe to the side. But if you get bumped in this, it turns you.
Yeah, because there's sometimes you get like some spots where like I think, what is it, Sky Road, the transformation back, the first one from plane to cart. If someone else is there at the same time and you tap each other, high chance you both just fall off. It's like, it's very hard to recontrol yourself and you're just falling off the course. So yeah, I think they definitely did tune that.
But I think with this tuning, this could be like a really, really good game.
Yeah.
I really liked it, even with all the issues.
See, I like the fact that there's actually a strong possibility to have 2 really good kart racers this year. To have this and to have Mario Kart.
Yeah, but
nice. Like, I think having
what's going to happen is
options is going to be good.
The internet is going to pit them against each other for no reason. And
no, that's natural.
You know, it's just,
yeah, that's going to happen for sure.
Well, it's just going to go from there. It's just going
to. I think the one thing SEGA has done to really help themselves in this way is its actual crossplay.
Yeah.
So, like, Mario Kart obviously is going to sell like hotcakes as Mario Kart, but it's only on the Switch.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah.
So if you want a kart racer on everything else, you can play Sonic. You play with your friends on everything.
For this shit though, it's always it's toxic to Sega. They like people are still in the 90s with Sega versus Nintendo for some reason, and always compare them to each other, and it's bad for Sega every time.
You're definitely not
sales
wrong.
Down or something?
No, you're not wrong, but at the same time, it's as a Sonic fan, some of it's deserved though, with love,
right? But don't you legitimately? And I mean this. I'm saying this as a Nintendo fan, right? But don't you? And as a Sonic fan, obviously, you know I like Sonic stuff. I'm not like as hardcore as I'd say like.
I think everyone likes Sonic.
I really like Sonic.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I like most of the Sonic platformers more than I like the Mario platformers too, which is fair. But what I was going to say is I feel like the comparisons are kind of strange nowadays because to me, obviously I know he's not, right? It's owned by SEGA. But I look at SEGA as essentially nowadays an extension of Nintendo. We're pretty much like they've got all the
They've been like that since
they're coming to Nintendo. Like Sonic is primarily Nintendo. Like there's a lot of stuff that SEGA that is Monkey Ball. Yeah, I mean,
at this point, Sega's heavily associated with Nintendo.
Right. They're always pushing like Sonic Frontiers on the Switch or like Forces.
But Sonic's never going anywhere in Smash Bros.
The trick about it is that the Sonic games on the Nintendo system are worse most of the time.
Right,
there was a period of time when they had a deal with Nintendo, right? And they released like 3 games in a row that were Nintendo exclusive. So I'm like, they did that, but I don't know. It doesn't feel to me at least that Sonic is.
I feel like with Switch 2, it's pretty much assured that like whatever the next Sonic game is going to look like.
CrossWorlds is
also
not even on
Nintendo. I don't know how many people are aware of this.
Switch 2. Isn't that game coming out like late this year?
Nintendo. They post.
There's no date for CrossWorlds yet.
A ton of developers from Sonic's good games, and that left them with garbage, I guess, because Nintendo hired the production manager for Sonic Unleashed. They hired the lead field artist for Sonic Unleashed. They every single field artist.
Wait. I just looked on the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds official website. Not only is it coming to Nintendo Switch, it is also coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
What?
Yeah. Why not?
I said that.
Whoa.
No. You said it's not coming to Switch.
When I looked, they did not have Switch. I'll go double check that.
Switch, PS4.
Well, it's going to. Like, that would be such a stupid move.
Yeah, but it'll definitely be on Switch too.
But yeah, they stole every field artist that worked on Sonic Unleashed, and they took the programmer from Sonic Generations and the field artist from Sonic Generations. They all worked on
Mario Kart 8, Zelda, Xenoblade X, and Xenoblade 2.
But these devs were kidnapped. They willfully went over into Nintendo.
Well, like it's like
on this before.
What's gonna happen is like Nintendo's like, what are they paying you? Okay, here's more. It's obviously it's like normal, but it's
also
the
temptation.
I know we're having like two different conversations right now, but also
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
No, we're talking how Sonic is always on Switch. All I was saying was that Sonic has sold well.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't it predominantly sell the best on Nintendo platforms, even if the game runs worse?
Well, that's because Nintendo platforms
they publicize the data.
Nintendo platforms recently have been the most like. Why wouldn't if you didn't put it on there, your game's not.
No, but I mean Sonic in particular, like as a like not a genre, but as a franchise, Sonic in particular has notoriously been known as selling well, specifically on Nintendo platforms, where like they highlight that like the games all are coming into like when's the last Sonic game that came out that wasn't for a Nintendo Switch? What's the last one? I don't think there is. I don't think there's a single one.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh sure. Oh, but that was not on any console. That's
but see, like why are we doing this right now? See, we're doing it.
No, we're not. I'm just saying.
I get Roger's point. I was just saying that personally, I don't see it that way because I just know the Switch version isn't as good. Oh yeah, also Sonic Dream Team is Apple Arcade only, but yeah, that's another one.
Right, but it's not the ones that are on consoles.
On consoles, they're
always on Switch.
They're always on Switch.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's like almost a clear pipeline Sonic developers go through. Because you can look at the Olympic Games as well.
Sure. I'm still shocked we didn't get a Tokyo one. I really thought for sure we were going to get one of those. I know like the last one prior didn't sell that well, but again, it was like
I thought they did. I thought Tokyo was the last one. Did they just not do that?
I don't think they did Tokyo. Yeah. What was the one before Tokyo? Oh no! Tokyo was 2020.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2020 was the last, and that was Tokyo.
What was the one after? What was the one after? Meant to be.
Like one of the last ones. I just because they did Tokyo, and then they just did a different version that was just Sonic and no Mario characters. But
yeah, it goes Sonic game, and then Mario and Olympics, and then if they like the Sonic game they worked on and the Mario Olympics game did well, they take them. The other one they do is they'll do a Sonic game, they'll be impressed with it, I guess, and they hire them for contract work first, and then hire them full time.
Also, I'm looking now.
So they're constantly losing good developers.
They didn't do Paris 2024, and they didn't do Beijing 2022. Those are the two that have happened since. They skipped both of those. I'm honestly surprised they didn't do a Paris one. I feel like that would have made a lot of sense, but
I don't think like Tokyo the Olympic Games do so well anymore.
Yeah.
It was a cool novelty the first few times to get Mario and Sonic together.
People want a real Mario and Sonic game, not this.
We'll get that one day, I'm sure.
What does that even look like? What is that?
No,
it looks like. I feel like
not for me to come up with.
If we were ever going to get that, it would have to be developed by Nintendo.
Real talk. I don't think do an RPG. Let Atlas do it. Do an RPG.
I'd be totally fine with that. Mario and Sonic.
I'd be fine with them doing anything besides fucking Olympics. It's like the lamest crossover for the two most anticipated series to cross over.
Oh, actually, this is kind of an important thing. We're talking about Mario. Side tangent, real quick. What do you guys think we're going to get on Mario Day this year, in terms of news?
Well, they said
obviously.
They said there's not a thing, right?
They said there's not information about the next mainline Mario, which is like fine.
I don't care.
We know that'll happen.
I think
like 3D Mario and Mario Kart will be at the Switch thing in April.
The biggest thing we could possibly get, I'm going to guess, is Mario Movie 2 cast.
Who do you think?
Can we get the sequel to Mario 99, like Mario 3 99, and then Mario World 99? Or whatever.
No, you're gonna get a new Mario Lego set.
Oh, that actually didn't they already talk about that? They're doing like a Mario
Sonic Central.
I have to spend $200 on a question block.
Sonic Central,
Yep. Legos every year.
There you go. Yeah, we probably will get the Mario Kart Lego thing. I feel like Mike, I think you're right. I think it's going to be Mario movie stuff. Like maybe they'll announce Mario or Daisy or something.
2026 is that 2027?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2026. Mario movie 2. Let's see. Super Mario Brothers film sequel is in development, set to be released April 3rd, 2020. So literally one exact year from this.
We're getting the cast.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a cast. So who do you think? First off, what characters do you think will be in it, and who do you think will play those characters? Any guess? Well, I mean new characters.
I'm Mario. I'm thinking. Okay.
I'm thinking,
I swear, bro. What do you?
If we're doing a Yoshi movie, I'm thinking we're probably gonna get Birdo. I don't think Yoshi's gonna talk, but I think Birdo will talk.
You think Birdo? Oh, interesting.
I think
Birdo would be
Daisy would. Think
so what? Okay, I never watched the Mario movie because I just don't care. But
it was good.
Like the credit scene was like the lamest thing. It was the Yoshi egg, right?
It was Yoshi. Yeah.
Even though they showed us Yoshi's already, like I don't know why they.
Yeah. In the trailers, they showed Yoshi. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think,
like, is it gonna be? Do you guys think Yoshi's Island?
I don't think it'll be Yoshi's Island, but I think it will be like maybe Mario World. Like we'll get the Koopalings, maybe. I could see like Yoshi and the Koopalings.
Koopalings, yeah, that'd be cool. That makes sense.
They'd be Mario. They'd be aged back.
I feel like that's the Koopalings. I don't know why they didn't do in the first. Well, it makes sense. There's not enough story, I guess. But
yeah, there's not enough time.
They're like perfect, plush fodder or whatever. Like,
if you have Yoshi be the main focus of the next movie, the whole like the easy storyline, right, is like because Bowser, as of the last one, was like shrunken in a little bottle or something, right?
Yeah.
And it would be like all his cousins and all his nephews and nieces, right, come in to save him. They fly in from the different parts of the kingdom, and they're like, "We're here to save our uncle
even though
Bowser."
They weren't invited to the wedding.
Yeah, right. Even though they weren't invited to the wedding, and they fly in to come save Bowser, and then they want to try to capture Yoshi or something, or Yoshi helps Mario. I almost feel like the Koopalings make more sense than Daisy.
Yeah,
they do.
She's not relevant.
What it's gonna be is Mario gets caught mass producing cocaine, gets sent to jail, put to trial, and the only way he can avoid a sentencing is if he cleans up this island with all of this paint.
I'd love Mario.
Mario's been recast to be played by Ricky.
Oh, I was going to say Mario could be recast by Ryan Gosling.
I was going to say Ryan Gosling.
No, they're just putting him in the movie like
that would be
as
great.
Himself.
Yeah.
That's the Mario Day announcement. Ryan Gosling's in Mario Kart 9.
Gosling. There you go. Yeah,
if we call that, it's so stupid enough that we might have actually called it just now, bro.
The sequel. Have we been told anything about it, or like leaks or
other than no? There's nothing. The only thing is we know Yoshi's in it. That's it.
Because the first, like I've read it, like the script, parts of it, and like watched clips. I did not like a lot of the characterizations of most of the characters in the first movie. Yeah. I think Luigi is by far the best character.
Oh yeah, Luigi's great. I mean, I still think they should do a Luigi's Mansion movie.
So is there going to be no? There's going to be no like real world bullshit this time.
No.
Well, I think. Well, hold on.
Oh, okay.
We have to mention specifically the Yoshi egg in the end credits was in the sewers of Brooklyn.
Fuck.
Oh.
They're gonna invade Brooklyn, and then it's gonna be the Mario Bros. Movie from the 90s.
That movie had Daisy.
Why can't they just return back to the Mushroom Kingdom?
That movie did have Daisy. McNair's actually spitting. Wait a minute. No, that movie did have Daisy in it. She gets kidnapped by like King Koopa and brought to the sewers and stuff. That's right.
The people that work on these movies would definitely do that too.
That would be crazy if the second Mario
that's
movie
exactly what's
is
gonna happen.
Actually a remake, an animated remake of the first.
I think that's gonna happen.
That's actually fire. I actually kind of love that.
Did they do any last name jokes with Mario and Luigi in the first movie?
Not that I remember.
I don't even think it was brought up. You see, like their parents.
So it's gonna happen. Then it'll happen. If
my god, that's actually a really good idea. And that does seem like the type of thing that Illumination would do for sure.
Yeah.
And Nintendo, like, for as much as Nintendo says, "Oh, we don't talk about the Mario movie or whatever," like the DVD and the original VHS
they know it's
Mario
infamous.
movie Bro, it's literally, it's in the display thing. When I was at the Nintendo Museum, they have like separate displays for some of the franchises. And like in the Mario display case, literally on the bottom of the display case, and they put it in a position where they're clearly like, they didn't want you to see it. It's laying flat on the bottom of the display case. And they have the VHS and the DVD of the Mario movie in there. Like the
I didn't even know there was DVD.
Yeah. So I love that idea. I think you're totally on point. If with Yoshi being in the sewers of Brooklyn, that they might do something that's like a semi remake of the live action one. And maybe you're right, McDermott. That's how Daisy gets pulled into it.
My
Daisy's
bad if people have like a time limit tonight because I keep asking questions.
No, this is good.
I'm basically free. Like I canceled my open mic, so I have no plans.
Right.
Dude, I read something and now I forgot what I was gonna say.
About the Mario movie?
I think I have dementia.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, well,
I'll jog him.
Did you say yeah to that?
He said yeah.
Let's go.
As if you're not the one that's phasing back through dimensions when you speak.
Oh man.
He doesn't have dementia. He's just like stuck between two timelines.
Dude, I see my chat.
There's no way.
Ariana Grande would be a good Daisy. I'd be fine with that.
I don't want her anywhere near that movie.
Be good. She could have a whole song and dance number. That'd be sick. Wicked was
Daisy
good.
doesn't do that stuff.
Yeah, no, Ariana would not be a good Daisy.
Daisy's a tomboy.
Zendaya.
Well, but
Idris Elba's a better.
no, dude, no. That's a good segue. Wait a minute. That's a good segue. Hold on. You said Zendaya.
Yeah, I was prepping up for another segue.
Bruh, let me tell you right now.
We're
One of
gonna
the
talk
other
about
things
Shrek,
that
aren't we?
happened, we are, because one of the things that happened since the last show is that there's he said, yeah. One of the things that happened since the last show is DreamWorks released a teaser for Shrek 5, which stars Zendaya as Shrek and Fiona's teenage daughter. And for some reason, all the Shrek characters were made uglier.
Yeah, I saw a post and it was like Donkey looks like Kai Cenat now.
Donkey, I don't know what they're doing with his hair,
He
man.
kind of always did though.
Oh,
So
They're
am
getting
I just-
old, man.
Am I just crazy that Shrek? He seems the same to me. It just looks like he's
Honestly,
in
like-
the newer style.
After 24 hours, like they just look like the characters to me now.
Yeah, people are like, they
Yeah.
redesigned Shrek, and it's like, no, that he's just in a different render. Like,
No,
engine.
they definitely redesigned him. But
I don't
like,
think they redesigned him at all. It's
They did,
literally-
they
He
changed-
definitely
he
looks a
definitely
bit
did.
older, but
Yeah.
that makes sense.
His
because
head
the
shape
last
and
Shrek-
teeth and like aren't the same.
the last Shrek film came out like 15 years ago, so it makes sense that.
Yeah, but
Shrek
when I
films
hear
are
redesign, I think like a full on overhaul.
They definitely made Donkey like. I know Ricky said he always looked like him, but now it's almost like
1-to-1.
look.
Why did no one make a fuss about this? with
He's
Toy
not
Story?
listening. Talk about Kai Cenat. He's not listening to the. Oh my gosh, this picture that you posted is insane.
Oh no, I don't care about not talking about it. That's why I was just posting it to show you.
No, because I have the screenshot. Hold on. Where's the fact that what I'm about to put on
Not gonna get
screen is
mad over that.
actually from the fact that this is from. If you look on my screen, this is actually from the trailer, which is like the Shrek dancing meme. This is insane. That this is a real thing that exists.
Oh, I thought so. Okay, I saw this still, and I thought someone just
This
this
is
was
real.
an edit.
No, this
No.
is
What is the
real.
context for this in the movie?
This
The
looks like
context
this is like a
he's on
TikTok.
a magic. He's on like the magic mirror, which is meant to be like a TikTok.
But he's
And
in
they're
real
like
life.
scrolling down, and they're like scrolling down the thing, and it's like memes of Shrek and like buff Shrek, and then
Oh,
the
this
whole
movie's
trailer
gonna
is like,
suck dick.
it's very self.
We can't just jump
it is very. But Shrek always kind of was
conclusions.
self-referential. You know what I mean? Like it was Shrek is
Well,
always tongue in cheek, so that's not necessarily a
It
bad.
has been, but not to like itself.
Mm.
You know, there hasn't been like this is the first Shrek movie coming out after all the Shrek memes.
Is it still Mike Myers and Cameron Diaz?
Yeah.
Everyone's
Original cast
same
is also
cast.
coming back, which is good. Thank goodness.
This is it depends on I don't know. Sometimes this is met with argument, so I'm curious. Shrek 1 best one.
No, yeah, I
I
agree.
like Shrek 2. I like Shrek 2.
Yeah, Shrek 2 is the one that people argue.
Honestly, also this might be an argument. Shrek 3, not bad.
Which
I
one
never
was
saw it.
the Justin Timberlake one?
Shrek 1 though,
Yeah,
undefeated
yeah.
for me.
Also, this might be an argument. Puss in Boots the best Shrek movie.
Probably.
The
There we
second
go.
Puss in Boots
Yeah,
specifically.
like,
There are two Puss in Boots films.
Oh yeah, the
second
one that
more
everyone
recent
likes
one
with
is
yeah,
the good one.
yeah,
with
I
Los
actually agree with
Lobos.
that, Coast.
yeah, with Death.
Yeah.
That one was fire.
Yes.
Yeah, Puss in
I don't know
Boots.
why why they make
that?
Death Spanish. It's kind of racist.
I
Huh?
thought he was awesome.
What?
It should
What'd you say?
no nothing.
I was gonna say for Daisy, they should cast whoever that person was in Nora.
Oh, Mikey Madison.
Yeah.
Mikey Madison as Daisy would go hard.
It has to be someone with a really big voice.
That would be, yeah. Mikey Madison doesn't really have like a Daisy voice, but I do think I could see them doing that, being like, "Look, you just won the Oscar for Best Actress. We'll throw you in there as Daisy. You're like the hot actress of the moment that everyone wants to cast." Well, they could do, actually, whose voice would kind of work. They could do Sydney Sweeney. She's got kind of like a tomboy sounding voice
Who's that?
I remember what I was gonna ask.
from Euphoria and stuff, and she's in like the movie with.
Don't talk about Euphoria. No. Anyway,
Okay.
is there gonna be a Zelda movie?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's already been
live
announced.
action.
Yeah, it's a live action Zelda movie produced by Sony. Yeah.
Tom
Okay, so-
Holland is the lead.
Please no, please
No,
No,
do
dude,
this.
dude,
they're gonna
do it.
hire.
Yeah,
They're gonna
do
hire
it,
some. They gotta be like
That picture's so
blonde hair,
funny.
blue eyes people.
That picture is
Miyamoto
so
say-
funny.
Timothy Chalamet's right there.
That's
Didn't
what I'm saying.
Miyamoto say
He would play a
wanted,
sick Link.
I do not think so.
What'd you
Link
say, Mike?
doesn't talk?
Miyamoto, what?
Who?
Didn't Miyamoto say he wanted Link to be played by a woman if there was ever a Zelda movie?
Could you
Oh,
imagine?
that's
I
interesting.
don't even. First off, I don't even want to imagine
Yeah,
what
dude.
kind of nonsense will be on YouTube.
People were
I'm
lighting
like,
dumpsters
oh,
on fire because the Little Mermaid was black.
Like, I'd be so upset. I don't even want that to even potentially be a possibility, just for like all the angry gifters online and how.
I don't think that's the reason, Roger. I think you're projecting a little bit right now.
No,
Bro,
man,
I'm a
I fully
theater
agree
kid.
with Roger.
I am a theater kid, right? I grew up with Peter Pan predominantly being played by a woman because they wanted to have a younger voice. It's like I understand that totally fine. I get like why
Women
people-
always play young boys and stuff. This is a thing.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Ash
But
Ketchum.
I literally don't even want to even entertain what like YouTube and social media would
Because
be like.
the thing is
Link being played by a girl.
if they cast
In a live
a
action
woman actor to play Link and then call Link he, still people are going to be fucking stupid.
It'd be nightmarish.
It was not Miyamoto, it was Tezuka.
Okay, well,
Tezuka said, yeah. I don't.
Who would they even pick if that was a scenario?
Ryan Gosling.
You'd pick.
I'm trying to think of like who it would be.
Oh God! I mean, I really think Chalamet's got a pretty good shot, and plus he's notorious for being like a gamer. Like he grew up making YouTube videos about like his custom Xbox controllers and stuff. Like,
fit.
I do think
So
Chalamet would be
making custom Xbox controller videos is what makes
Well, no,
you.
no, I'm just saying like he got to start doing that, but he did other like video game videos and he likes Nintendo and
So
stuff.
I think this is a weird statement, I guess, but relatively, because like movies are dying. Like there's no more movie stars really.
Yeah, but he's like a pretty big movie star.
I feel like he is relatively
The closest.
like who would be like Tom Cruise, basically.
Yeah.
He's more of a DiCaprio to me. I feel like that's the lane that he's gonna achieve.
But yeah, I think he's the last of the movie
I haven't seen him
stars.
in a breakout role.
They got to give him.
You gotta
Well,
put
Dune, right?
Leonardo DiCaprio. He's got to be in this Zelda movie as Tingle.
That would be so funny.
Oh my gosh,
He
that
shows
would
up
be
for one
amazing.
scene as Tingle.
You gotta get
Tingle is John Turturro.
John
No,
Turturro just
yeah,
shows up. He says, "Yeah, what's the thing he says? Your move, Seth, or what is he saying?" John Turturro.
Oh yes, do it, Seth.
Do it, Seth. Do it, Ganon. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I actually think, real talk.
You know what? We talked about him during Marvel.
Fire Ganon. Idris
Who?
Elba would be a good as Ganon.
No,
Idris
I think Michael Cera.
as Ganon.
Yeah.
What is up with this Michael Cera nonsense, bro?
This is Michael Cera, Ryan Gosling, night, man. What is happening? Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
And then,
But yeah, they are.
Wait, well, Ganon will turn into a pig form.
At some point, he has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people in chat are saying Danny DeVito for that.
Oh, for Tingle.
Or Jack Black.
No,
Danny
I feel like it's too on the nose. It's better when they use Danny DeVito and Jack Black when it's roles that wouldn't fully make sense for them. Like Jack Black is at the point now with like The Rock where he just plays himself and everything.
Yeah. Who's the
Like look at him in Nacho Libre or something, or his School of Rock, or even like that's supposed to be him, and he still acts different. But like compared to like anything modern he's done.
Is Elle Fanning the one that's in the Queen show? Like where she plays the Queen on Hulu? I feel like she'd be a good Zelda.
There's so many Zeldas. There are so many people you could use for Zelda.
You could do anybody for Zelda.
Zelda, I think, is an easy cast.
Yeah, Zelda. I think Zelda would be easier to cast than Link, especially if they plan on doing multiple
100%.
movies. I feel like it'd be easier. Yeah,
And they might just go all full British. So
yeah,
like,
I mean they might. I mean that's the other thing, right? Are they gonna have Link talk in this?
if they want to go full medieval stuff, and they definitely
he should definitely be talking. He'd be really
I can't wait
strange,
to
this
bomb
silent
the
character
Dominoes.
in this live action movie.
Well, it could be if he could not talk if he's in a group.
Or if he has like a fairy who does all the
The
talking.
mobile
He's got
game
like
method
Navi or
of
something.
just putting characters with the MC that talks since they don't.
Because the story at the end of the day is about Zelda.
Yeah.
What were we saying, Coast?
I was gonna say like they get Kapora Gabora and it like follows him around everywhere, and it's like fucking. It's like the worst person.
That's who should
ever.
play. Danny DeVito should play Kapora Gabora.
Steve Buscemi is Kapora Gabora. or
Actually,
something.
that's better.
He is
That's
Gamora,
better. That's better.
Gamora. Would actually be fire. He just follows Link around constantly.
But, okay, what
That's
if
better.
the whole movie is shot like a Charlie Chaplin movie? Like that then wouldn't need to have him talk at all.
Are you good right now?
Oh yeah, you're
no. Hold on, no. Hold on, hold on, my bad. Hold on.
Your microphone is going off.
It's like he's being
What?
ripped into the show reboot right now, bro.
Yeah, you're like actually being
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
pulled
god.
into another.
KY said Awkafina. Could you imagine if Awkafina was Navi?
No.
Oh
I have
my
a question.
God.
Why? Like, I'm all for
I can see it.
dunking
I
on
like that I
people
can
and
see it, I
stuff.
can see it.
Has she done anything bad? Why do people hate her so much?
She's just not a good actor.
Not that good, and she's in everything. It's to be fair, that's kind of how I feel about Zendaya.
Do people? She's a
Zendaya
plant.
at least is like a talented act. No. But Zendaya's like a talented actress, and she's in a lot of good stuff. But for every like good thing Zendaya's in, she's also in bad stuff, and she's in everything. She's in everything from like Space Jam to like Shrek to Challengers to Dune. It's like Spider-Man, everything. And
Also, why would you name
Oh,
yourself
wow.
Aquafina?
You're saying Zendaya, okay.
Yeah, Zendaya. No, but then Awkwafina, she was in like Crazy Rich Asians. She was in A Little Mermaid. She was in the Raya and the Last Dragon Disney movie. She was in that the movie about like going back home to China to go visit your grandma and pretending.
Yo, they gotta start putting Asians in movies that don't involve this stuff.
Oh,
What the fuck? That was the most racist lineup of
other
movies
than
they had her in.
Awkwafina.
I thought she was good in everything, everywhere, all at once.
She's in
That's all I
Shang-Chi.
really know.
And-
of
yeah.
that one.
No, wait. She's in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes,
She is.
she's the daughter.
What?
Who is she in?
No, she's not.
She's the daughter?
Yes, so isn't
No, she's
Aquafina's the
not.
daughter?
No.
Am I crazy?
No, she's
I'm
not.
almost certain.
No.
I don't think so.
She's
'Cause
not.
I'm not
I'm gonna look
remembering
that up.
Crazy?
Because that movie was good.
No, she's not. She's definitely not. The actress in Everything Everywhere All at Once is amazing. She was like a Broadway actress. She's really
Who, are we
good.
talking about the daughter?
The daughter, yeah, she's
Yeah,
really
that's not
good.
Aquafina.
Okay.
That's
then
definitely not
ignore me.
Awkwafina, yeah.
I
Wait,
chimed
was
in
that
once,
a
but I
racist
just-
comment? You
No.
think
Yeah, you're-
all Aquafinas look
Bro,
alike?
I don't.
Bro, let's-
What?
I
knew that was gonna
Aquafinas?
go that
Okay,
direction.
okay.
We gotta go.
I literally,
Aquafinas?
I literally don't pay attention to actors and actresses.
Is that what you
much.
call Asian people,
So I
Ricky?
normally
Okay.
don't join these conversations.
Alright,
I joined
I
it this
messed
one
up.
time.
That
It was
wasn't
wrong,
how it
and
was
we're
supposed to
going
come
straight
out.
to racism. It's crazy.
Gareth, I'm gonna
She was
save you
also
from
in
this
Kung Fu Panda
conversation.
4.
Oh, she was in Kung Fu Panda 4. There you go. There's another
Yeah.
thing Awkwafina was in. I was
Oh
gonna say,
yeah,
I'm gonna
that movie
save-
was terrible.
I'm gonna save McDareth from this.
I gotta keep Aquafinas in my
We're
lexicon.
gonna stop talking about Awkwafina. All right, we already talked about. This is
And the
crazy.
bad
We
guys,
talked
bad
for an
guys is
hour
good.
and a half, and we haven't talked about Pokemon or Monster Hunter at all, which is crazy to me. Let's start with Monster Hunter real quick.
It's a good
because Mike,
show.
it is a good show. We're going off the rails. Mike, you have played Monster Hunter, correct?
Huh? No. What?
Wait, I thought you have.
No.
Oh my lord!
You-
No, they were.
Wait,
I
has
think-
anyone in this all
I
played
think it's
Monster Hunter?
me, you, and McDarrett.
McDareth, yeah.
Okay. So
hello?
the three of us.
I said you.
No, I'm like,
Yeah.
Roger, does anyone on this call play Monster Hunter? Like, what? Like, I haven't
No, but
talked
I couldn't-
specifically to you about
No.
like every Monster Hunter.
I know, but I couldn't hear your thing. My like.
Oh, yeah,
audio
you
was
were kind of
cutting.
quiet for a sec, but I figured
Yeah, I didn't know what you were saying.
quiet.
I didn't. Yeah, you're good.
No,
now.
I'm
All right,
I'm
so
talking
that-
about the slander that you're asking about Monster Hunter stuff, and you're just forgetting that I play all of them.
I forgot because you're a racist, so I forgot you existed
okay.
there for a second.
There we go.
Hold on.
Ricky was the
Finally,
racist.
someone says it.
Crazy.
Finally, someone says what we all know. Finally.
I'm teasing. So wait, all right. So McDareth, I'm going to start with you then.
Mhm.
How are you feeling about Monster Hunter Wilds currently?
It is very good. The only so I'll get to my major downside. Is if you're looking to play it with friends, it has the problem that World has, where I don't even mind that there's story in Monster Hunter. I actually like the characters they added. I enjoyed the story they put in there. But if you're looking to play with friends, it has the World thing where you have to all separately go into the quest, all go through the cutscenes, get up to the monster. Everyone has to leave but one, and you all join him.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, and it's
I don't know.
annoying that it has that. But once you get through the story, you can just quest. I will say personally, the other thing is that to me the open world feels pointless because it just feels like a larger Monster Hunter map. Doesn't make me feel like I'm in an open world thing until occasionally I get a quest. It's like, oh, you go out and find this endemic life and run around the map. Or there's a cool thing that I think this is the thing that the whole game should have done, which made the open world feel better. But when you start doing high rank, monsters you haven't seen yet are like, they'll pop up on your map. There'll be a question mark. You don't know what they are, and you have to go over there, and then you find them. You have to hunt them, and then you get quests for them. I think that part of like discovering new monsters through the world is cool, but until that point, the open world feels kind of pointless to me.
Yeah, because the whole story is like on rails.
Yeah.
The story is not good. Honestly, it's serviceable.
Okay, yeah, it is serviceable. I'm glad
it's
you
like
said
the
that, though,
most basic story of all time.
I feel like I'm going crazy because I was doing a stream. Shout out to my buddy Marco Meatball. I was doing a stream with him, and he was like, "Man, because I was skipping through a lot of the story stuff because I just was not interested." And
Before you continue,
fight. Yes.
I can answer why he feels that way right now. Because
he explained it to me. He explained it to me.
Relatively to other Monster Hunters, right?
Well, no, he said specifically he liked the themes of like. First off, bringing in the lore from the older Monster Hunter games that now it's like, oh, you're seeing Wyveria and like these monsters that are being created. Part is cool. Right. So it's like the lore part of them actually implementing things into canon that have been alluded to and now actually getting to see it. That's a big part of it. And then the second part of it is like he was talking about the themes of like what it means to be a monster and like having free will and all this other stuff. To me, I was just like, I never play Monster Hunter for the story, ever. I literally never play for the story. I could not tell you one thing about the story in any other Monster Hunter game. But you know what I could tell you? If someone asked me about the story about Wilds, I could tell you Wyvern Milk. Yeah. I know about Wyvern Milk.
God, I hate that they named it that.
Wyvern Milk. That makes them.
Every time they say that, it's like, oh, why?
I'm like, all right.
It was better when they were calling it Wilk. I didn't even hear the full
Wyvern
name.
Milk. Wyvern Milk is a
researcher loves to say Wyvern Milk every single 2 seconds he's talking.
Why? Why milk? It could have been anything. Like lizards. This is the one thing that everyone knows in biology. Mammals do that, not lizards. Why milk?
I don't know, but it's just to me.
It can't taste good.
I think it's fine. I think the story is fine.
Oh,
but
you like how it tastes?
It's better than juice.
What?
Yeah,
I've had it.
Wait, what? Milk? You'd rather drink milk than juice?
No,
I
wyvern
think
milk.
He's saying wyvern milk is better than wyvern
juice. Yeah, it's better than wyvern juice. You don't know what direction.
We could just call it some made up bullshit name. It
could have been wyvern venom or something.
Yeah, venom. Venom would have worked better, I think. And literally for the context of the story, venom.
But you don't drink venom.
Yeah, no, well, you drink anti-venom.
Bro, you don't drink this shit either.
No, it makes monsters and stuff. You're not drinking it.
Yeah.
Then wait. They made wyvern milk. You don't get to drink it.
Ricky, you're moving too fast through time.
Oh my god.
We're remixing.
You're going to points of time that aren't made yet. We have just give it 5 minutes, and that timeline will.
This is so. Okay. Okay, bro.
Ricky, you know what you are, bro?
This is amazing. Yeah.
You know what you are?
Yeah.
You're a shambolic rube.
You're a
Shambolic?
you're a pillock. You're a pillock.
Interesting.
I don't know what these words are, and the fact that we're streaming this on my channel, I now
Pillock is
feel how
such a
Shofu
British
feels.
word. Why do you know that?
What?
Am I crazy? What didn't?
No, he's
that was said in Monster Hunter, right? Am I crazy? Or no?
I think it was at some point.
The thing I said is from Severance.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah, it is from
I'm like,
Severance,
I
actually,
heard
you're
this
right. You are
recently.
like
Where is?
Severance,
Oh,
that's right.
Severance. Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
Shambolic
it was
Rude,
the
that's
note
true. He
about
does say
Mr.
that, Severance.
Milkshake.
Yeah.
That's right. God, Milchek is really the best character. Anyway, regardless,
That's such a good
we're
show.
moving. Severance is a great show. We'll have a whole Severance discussion.
Save
That's my
that for the
favorite show.
We're gonna
end of the show.
the members only content when we do the Severance video. That's going to be great. No, what I was going to say about Wilds is I feel like when you're actually in the fights, right? When you're actually fighting the monsters and everything is working and your friends are together with you, it feels like action-wise, this is the best Monster Hunter's ever been.
Yes.
But I feel like the traversal and everything else surrounding the game feels, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, feels like a step back from Rise to me. Because Rise...
Yeah.
What do you feel like is a step back? Say again?
So from Rise, from Wilds, I think everything that's not just gameplay related, like everything surrounding the gameplay, feels worse to me than Rise did.
Yeah.
Because Rise, you're like, when you're going to your different locations, I feel like the Palamutes I liked more than these lizard things. And the lizard thing...
Oh, there's a big thing. There's a tutorial that everyone that plays the game should do. It fixes the secrets, or whatever they're called. The secrets.
Well, the secrets, here's the thing, is
they don't
I
control
understand
properly.
They control fine for me. It's not a control thing. It's the controlling, or it's like even having the auto log or like auto follow thing.
I track the put on the monster, press up on D-pad,
but
and that's it.
I feel like half of the time the auto stuff doesn't even work because then the way these maps are laid out is like there's layers on the maps, there's only certain. You go ahead.
Some okay, so the settings are fucked.
This is from Gaijin Hunter. I love him. This is
basically automatic works as manual and manual works as automatic. They got the words, or they're using some weird definition or something. I'd watch that video.
I will.
Before playing again and change all those settings.
This one down. This is how you can
using
fix your
the secret
settings.
way more fun.
Because I feel like the auto tracker thing or whatever, it works fine, but because of the way the maps are laid out, sometimes the thing will just like catch against the wall, and you like. I think the immediate place I'm thinking of for this is like the fire area with the forge.
Yeah.
Where like you got the elevators, you got to go to different levels, and there was one point. This was I think live
I didn't
on
like
stream,
that area at all. To be fair,
no, but I loved. What's crazy though is I love the monster in that area, like the octopus,
me too.
the fire.
I did
super
not.
cool.
Holy shit!
You don't like I love him,
bro.
I
have a phobia
of octopus.
Yes.
Oh,
so
then you're probably not happy.
That shit.
Are you playing on arachnophobia mode?
No. Because I'm not scared of spiders, and there's no cephalophobia.
We've known this since
you can't turn
Evo,
off
at the very
There's
least.
two of them.
Actually, yeah, McDerritt did tell us about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't get the squid rice at the One Piece Cafe.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's why he wasn't invited to Squid Games.
Well, thank goodness for me. Those two ones are fucking nightmare fuel. Now, they are cool as hell, and it's like, wow, this is a cool design monster, but looking at them and them, like every time they leave an area, I turn around and don't look at them. I can't stand it.
It's
you
cool.
literally cannot hunt with me then, because my Palico's got the little octopus.
Yeah.
Well, the body.
I'll just make sure we have one other person, and I'll never see it.
Well, if
octopus.
if McDerritt has this phobia, I'm sure other people that play the game do too. Sure. And if you play on PC, I'm sure they're gonna mod something.
No, I'm sure. I was on PC, but I couldn't play on PC and stream it, so I'm on Xbox. So
I feel that. I love Lollabarina.
It's like
also for the people playing on PC, there was a recent fix for performance. Hold on.
But no, that's what we were saying though about
Adam, get this before you play.
Yeah, the second one is worse because it's attack where you see the teeth. I flinch, look away. Hopefully I dodge it, and we're all good.
What, when the octopus like inverts itself?
Yes, and you see like the teeth as it dives at you. I hate it.
I always got hit by that move. That move is crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit because I'm literally just.
But that has
until it's done.
That made me think of the topic I wanted to talk about with Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I've played, so I'm relatively new, but I think I'm pretty seasoned and I understand the games now. Like I played Rise, I beat it, and I did stuff. And then I stopped. Like I think the fact that DLC exists is going to make Monster Hunter worse every single time that it comes out.
Yeah,
they're
gonna
cut
out some of the monsters and put them in later.
There's stuff that's definitely finished, and it's just being withheld. That could have been in the base.
I think a lot of the base Guardian things are all going to be in like eventual DLC. Like
eventually, I think they're going to let you hunt them.
Is that the name of the one with the giant fangs? Like we're for sure going to get a regular Arkveld at some point instead of a Guardian one.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of basic stuff like that. We already know they're doing like Mitsutsune is going to be added DLC. Like there will eventually be like a definitive edition for this. I feel like the game is good though. Like, and it's successful. It sold like 8 million copies already. It I think broke the series records in terms of current players on Steam. Like the game itself is really good, but I do feel like for a game that's based around an open world, to remove the traversal stuff that you added in Rise just seems like an odd choice to me. Like I find myself, I know you're supposed to use the secrets all the time and stuff, but I find myself I'm walking around like wanting to do the wire bug. To then, like,
so I feel that I could knock down and out of habit. I try to do wire bug escape and it's not there.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
But you just
I wish that was
there's no cooldown on that.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb.
Yeah. And I do like the secret thing too, where you could jump on the back of it and then you could like switch your weapons, right? Where you can
I think that's really good.
Right on your D-pad and swap between. That's always really fun.
I will say, one other thing on this. Because you talked about the Palicos, I really don't like that in Rise, you could have 4 people and 4 Palicos, or 4 people and Palicos or Palamutes. You could have that. In this game, the second you get more than 2, your Palico's gone, and your Palico feels so much more core to you hunting in this game than any other.
I agree.
And you can't have them in multiplayer. I don't really like that. What are you gonna say, Zeph?
But the hunts. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the whole thing with Monster Hunter withholding. I know a popular one is Zinogre.
Yeah.
There's no reason why that wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
From the start.
Yeah, I mean he'll be in there for sure in DLC.
I feel like
Pokemon actually does this too, and people I think don't notice because it's huge batches of them. Like they intentionally left Metagross until the very last DLC for Scarlet and Violet.
Wasn't that like a metagame thing though? Like for the competitive?
What? No,
because you know how, like sometimes they leave out. They have like seasons of the competitive with VGC. So my assumption with certain Pokemon, they're like removing them or like keeping them because there's like thousands of them. Obviously,
it could have just been banned from the tournament.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess they could have just banned.
They do this. You can look. The Pokemon that get added in DLC are crazy.
Yeah.
Not even mentioning the legendaries. Yeah, look. And the teal mask adds Milotic, which is a huge popular one, and Ninetales, which is popular, and then the Indigo Disc, Metagross.
Oh, weird.
But all of those Pokemon could just appear anywhere in Paldea.
I don't know. I'm having fun. I am genuinely really enjoying it.
It's a good game.
It's good. If you like Monster Hunter, this is like you said, gameplay wise, it's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah.
I think people have been saying they feel like the game is easier than
it is
past ones. But no. The
you
reason
just do way more damage.
Yeah. So also on top of that, I feel like the monsters' attacks are way more fairly choreographed in this game versus previous titles.
Because I didn't mind that it's easier, but it does feel easier.
Hi, Shofu.
Ain't no way.
What's up, man?
Oh, wow.
Ain't no way.
This man really did wait until we were about to do Pokemon. That is crazy. We were saying, "Oh, to make it."
Were you asleep?
I mean, it's fantastic.
My sleep schedule is fucked, bro.
See, I told you.
I knew it. I knew it.
Hey, you know what it was? You know what it was that fucked it up? That bum ass Pokemon day, bro. Since I've been up that early, my fucking sleep schedule has been messed up. I'm so sorry, bro.
Shofu, what's going on with these morons trying to battle you?
I have no fucking idea, bro.
Like, what is happening with that? We talked about
I
that.
I don't bring up their names. They bring up mine. Wait, whose channel we on?
Roger.
Rogers.
I have no idea. They be challenging me. They be bringing me
why?
up. I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you, bro. Not to
I
mention,
saw the clip
give
of
me
you
a little bit of
reacting to
context.
XQC playing Showdown. That was hilarious.
bro. Because why is he trying to battle me
What?
and XQC at the same time? XQC don't even know what a Pokemon is, bro.
XQC, there's the clip was XQC was fighting a Drifblim, and he was like, "Okay, this Pokemon's dark flying."
Okay, there's more. There's more to that video. The Drifblim started calm minding. He said, "What's going on?" And then what else happened at the end? I forgot. There's something else that's hilarious that happened.
Now, was this a stream that went up a couple days ago or something?
Hmm?
Was this the night that we were going to do Japan time? Was this Monday?
What part are you referring to exactly?
So people were saying that you were battling someone on Monday.
Correct.
No, I don't think he ever battled them. I think it's just people wanted to. Like they kept for some reason Showdown got popular among big Twitch streamers for a couple hours, and then it devolved into I could be Shofu for some reason.
That is crazy. He was talking about like
are you gonna?
What'd you say?
I said he was talking about Blunder too. He mentioned at one point he's like, "Well, I would never beat Blunder because Blunder just no lifes Pokemon. That's his only
meat riding my man's. Bro. I was like, meat riding my man's and say
I was like, what? I thought it was just rude when he was like, he doesn't have any life outside of Pokemon. I'm like, yes, he does. Blunder's cool.
Bro, Blunder just plays Pokemon a lot. That's the main game you play.
Yeah, it's a main game. He's got no life in it.
Something I've never talked to him, but something I've always wanted to know, because I know he doesn't play Pokemon games, right? He just plays competitive. So
Blunder, yeah.
So like, why didn't he pick literally any other game to get into? Usually, the reason we're doomed to playing competitive Pokemon is because we like Pokemon. It just seems insane to pick Pokemon as your game of choice without playing the games.
Yeah.
I think it's just maybe the design of the monsters and just like the combat. I mean, that's who Pokemon Champions is for. So for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, obviously we're an hour and a half into the show now. We still haven't brought up Pokemon stuff. But I was going to say, during the Pokemon Presents, one of the big announcements for the Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day was this new Pokemon Champions game, which is a battle simulator for everything. It's for all the Nintendo Switch versions and then also for mobile, that apparently is a battle sim, but you can't use all the Pokemon? Like, how does this work?
No, so there's all kinds of weird misinformation going out. So you can transfer Pokemon from home, right? But people were like, wait, can't have items on Pokemon in home. Are they going to have them in the game? But I think what's going to happen is you just transfer all your Pokemon over. And I don't think Champions is going to have any game component, or if it does, just make this cost in-game money. That's probably where you get the items or something. I don't know if they want to make this like a legitimate practice tool for VGC players or gamify it.
Well, it's crazy because like in VGC you can't do megas and terras, so that's
this
like
this is national dex format.
Yeah.
But why am I transferring? Why am I still transferring Pokemon to another battle simulator on my phone? Why do I still have to do that?
Well, that's my other question, right? Is it transferring or is it going to be a type of thing where like you can just
what I think what you could do is, since for a long time now they've had team rental codes, you could probably just make one for yourself on the game itself. But then there are going to be people who try to play it without owning a Nintendo Switch or a Pokemon game. So I wonder what's going to happen to them, if there's going to be like rental teams.
I feel like the way they set it up, right, where they showed like Battle Revolution and Stadium and stuff, is they were implying in that trailer that this is like the next iteration of that format, like where you can battle all your Pokemon from the games, but then also there'll be some type of thing in which you can rent out other Pokemon or other teams or something. So I'd have to imagine there's rentals in some capacity.
I think people look back on those games with rose-tinted lenses. I don't think they're very good. I think
ones?
just like the Stadium and like Battle Revolution as like battle simulators.
Oh, well, when they were out, they were sick. But now I don't like, they're pointless because Pokemon's in 3D.
Yeah.
But I do
also
like
just
the way they did rentals in Stadium 1 and Stadium 2. I actually enjoy. Like, I go back and play
Yeah, that's
Stadium
fun.
1 and Stadium 2 with rental
That's a
fees. Like,
unique
that aspect of
experience.
it-
So why didn't you put it in the top 10, Roger?
Because, Post, if you remember, Battle Revolution. By the way, good segue, by the way, to promote our video about the top 10 Wii games of all time. The reason why I didn't put Battle Revolution up in top 10 is because all the other good stuff that makes Stadium games good, like all the mini games and the rentals and all that stuff is not present in Battle Revolution. Battle Revolution is just you take Diamond and Pearl and then you put those teams on and then you play with those things in 3D.
Yeah,
and
Battle
all
Revolution is
you don't have those
unplayable.
games.
Battle Revolution is
nothing.
unplayable without Diamond and Pearl or
Diamond and
Platinum.
Pearl, you need, right. Yeah. You need those games. Where Stadium is actually its own game you can enjoy on its own.
Yeah, that's fine. It has mini games. I don't know if they're going to do that or if they're just doing PBR style. We'll have to see.
I think it'll be PBR style. I think Champions will be. I don't think it's going to go all the way out. But I do think there again will be some type of rental thing similar to what we've already seen with VGC with where you're playing main games. Go ahead, Mike.
With the Pokemon Home thing, they do use different language when they showed it off in the graph. So like specifically they say you can connect with Pokemon Home, where with the other
it can probably read your boxes.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have to transfer them. You're not gonna have to take them out of home.
You can clone them or something.
So much better, yeah. Because that's the other thing. It's like having to move them one by one would be a pain.
Yeah, if it could read your home and then you could just make a box at home of like these are my battle teams.
The game also, I get like the character designs and stuff. I get a vibe. It's like virtual.
Oh, you mean like how the weird like the look of the stadium,
it's a virtual world.
Yeah. Well, to be fair though, that was what it looked like in the first trailer for Legends ZA as well, and then we came to see what Legends ZA looked like, and it's clearly not virtual. Okay, so this is, I think, where we're going to have this argument because there's a lot of people who are talking about Pokemon Legends ZA and talking about this trailer and saying it's like the worst looking thing on the planet. I'm like, this to me objectively looks better than Scarlet and Violet.
It's way better than Scarlet and Violet.
And also, I think looks better than
of course. But dude, if what's the bar is underneath the ground?
It can look better than Scarlet and Violet, but it can still look like shit.
That shit looks like fucking doodle caca.
Yeah. The cityscape looks like shit.
It's just crusty. Pokemon has a distinct crust now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is coming off of
still going out with her.
This is coming off of a longer wait too. So I expected more than some starters, confirmation of things that are in the game that existed for 15 years, and Rotom parkour. Awesome.
I
Cool.
can't believe that Let's Go Pikachu and
I
Eevee
don't
are still the
understand.
best looking Pokemon RPGs on the Switch.
Yeah.
They do look good, to be fair.
Yep.
Those are like
And you know what that game has that no other Pokemon game on the Switch has is
Stable frame rate.
That, and every single area has its own battle background. That's a huge thing.
Oh, that's also true. That's true.
Because in Sword and Shield, when you battle someone inside, you go to the void.
But I feel like in terms of frame rate, you compare this trailer to like the Arceus. When the Arceus one had like Chinglings running around at 2 FPS, it looked miserable.
I'm at least happy they learned.
This one looked good.
Drop 2 FPS Pokemon trailers.
Well, I'd hope if they're using the same engine, they're not for some reason having FPS problems. That would be insane.
But again, like I don't know, people saying, "Oh, this looks horrible." I'm like, again, this is running off a system that came out in 2017. Like, and the Pokemon games are not known for looking good, and I understand wanting more from
Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U.
I know, but I'm saying I understand wanting more from the visuals, but I think when you compare this to the two big mainline games we had before, this unequivocally to me looks better than both Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. Like, without a doubt.
I don't think anyone's arguing that. Like, it does look
it's
better.
It's just that, like, it's such a...
People who are saying that, like, no, Scarlet and Violet looks way better, and these same people...
Nobody said that. No, not a single person said
There's
that.
one thing...
Not a singular person
There's one thing people have been complaining about that I'm 100% sure is a glitch.
There was like one person, Shofu.
I'm pretty sure, like, UV maps or something aren't working properly. They're trying to get the rainbow effect on Mega Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
But
it looks like shit.
The Charizard's fire is completely off. His wings aren't even proper. I don't know.
I'm really tired of that look that they're going with this generation as well, with the fucking white outline on every single like place they can put it on a model.
Outline? Yeah,
I don't like it, man. It doesn't make sense.
Look,
Yeah.
You have these buildings, these drab buildings that have like 5 million windows for some reason, crusty ass textures with nothing similar in the sense of lighting. And then you have these Pokemon running around like they're being
the buildings
photographed in professional studios. Like, what's going on?
The buildings look like
bro, why do they have 5 million windows and
they
no
look like if
doors?
an alien came to Earth and was told what a building looked like and had to make it.
Yeah.
Just put windows anywhere. Some stuff on the top. It's nuts. I'm sure it'll still be
gonna be fun. Like even
of course.
even
I was
UI,
gonna say I'm sure it'll be fun.
UI looks good. Like having it where it's nice and clean.
There's
with
something
everything.
Something I am really excited about is the battles. Since it's fully single player, they can actually experiment with battle systems. So something I want to know about is like, you saw how they did Stealth Rock?
Yeah,
that's
it was like
cool.
up in the
what I want to know is if like moves like clamp, you'll actually hold them in place and then you can use another
Or
move.
like constrict and shit.
Yeah. Or
That'd be
if,
cool.
like,
I love that.
Instead of fire spin being a constrict move, since there's other ones, it could like create a pillar of fire that moves around the battlefield. They could redefine moves.
I'm just glad that we're not getting the Legends Arceus battle system again.
What, you don't like killing a Pokemon and then having yours die immediately with no input from you?
Funnily enough, no, I didn't.
No, it was pretty bad. It's crazy how tanky Pokemon were just worthless.
Yep.
And this game, at least, I'm hoping isn't just catching simulator.
I don't think it is though. I mean, it looks like it's going to be. I like, to be fair, I kind of like the wild areas being in the city. Like, I like the idea that you walk into an alleyway and you see a bunch of garbage.
Something about
garbage. Like,
I don't like it. I don't like that. Yeah.
What?
Jesus, Ricky, what was that?
You are a shambolic.
Bro, Ricky's one of the Zygarde cells you're gonna need to collect in the game.
You're shambolic.
Bro, it's getting
Ricky
worse.
is literally turning into Zygarde. He's a Zygarde cell.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
What I'll say is, to help you jog your memory probably, is that I think everything being within the city is probably, like, everything they showed gives me the impression that everything's gonna be restricted to the city.
It is.
And development, which kind of sucks for me.
Is one of the most pretty regions in concept, and it will never ever get fully realized. It's insane.
What, Kalos?
Yeah.
I mean, one day they're gonna remake X and Y. We're gonna
then it'll look
it's
like
also gonna look like Doodoo Kaka.
It'll look like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I guess. No, but that would be like Switch 3, wouldn't it? Because like Switch 2 will be Black and White's remake, and then Switch 3 will be the.
Who knows if they're even doing that?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they might not be. Yeah. Well, at least we got some really good starters this time around.
Oh boy.
No.
Why are you lying, bro? Can you stop? What are these lies you're spewing?
I like the starters.
Let's try to start a conversation.
Starters are fine, man.
I like the
I
starters.
think
No, they're not.
too.
How are they not?
What do you mean?
Why
are y'all trying to? Why are you acting like?
They're all fine for in-game battling. I don't.
Yeah.
Why are we acting like they didn't put two of the unanimously least favorite starters in the game? Why are we acting like?
I know. Admittedly, I know I'm an outlier on this one because a lot of people don't. But I genuinely like Embor, and
That's fair. Look,
I love Tepe.
I don't mind.
I'm just saying the public rated not necessarily very high on two of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I definitely was not happy seeing those two.
But I think
like, come on,
I don't
man.
even think so this time I don't think they're gonna get Kalos forms. I think it's purely just because they're gonna get Megas. Yeah,
I agree. I think
I don't think they're gonna do new Pokemon besides Megas.
And you're getting Mega Ass and Mega Butt, and then
Mega Meganium sounds so fucking fire.
Mega Meganium with like what's it called? The Grass Fairy typing that people are talking about. I think could actually be really good.
But like,
we need
if I can only have one Mega on my team, what do I look like with a Mega Meganium?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay, champ. If it's good, if it's a good bold
That's what I'm saying.
I said this before.
It could end up being broke.
How can you make
no Mega? No, Zeb. Let's really think about the Megas that exist right now.
Okay, actually,
What Mega that was that was a doodle mon.
I was about to say, like,
became good
Butterfree
all of a sudden
sucks.
because bro, they're
And they're Butterfree. When I say Butterfree, Beedrill was good for like 5 minutes, and then people learned how to kill it.
But Beedrill looks awesome.
Yeah, they look awesome mostly.
Yeah, Mega Beedrill looks cool.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get new Pokemon besides like legendary forms, and Mega Evolution.
Well, I think we're gonna have a new Pokemon in terms of the legend. Yeah, well, you said legendary, but I think we're gonna have Kalos forms. I think we're gonna have Megas, and I mean, to be fair, that's how Arceus was.
If they're doing Kalos forms, I think then the starters will get it. But I don't think Kalos forms are gonna be a thing at all.
Do you think we're gonna get Mega Zygarde?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, there's leaks. We have leaks of 2 confirmed Megas.
Well, Zygarde, even without that, I feel like you would have just made the assumption that Zygarde.
So it's Zygarde and Zeraora.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay,
Make that Pokemon actually useful.
It's because Zeraora is the squirrel in the myth with the, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, he's the squirrel.
Zeraora,
for the
Mega
world
Zeraora.
tree.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely some that significantly look cooler than their regular forms. Like Mega Sableye, I think, is way better. Because remember, the original beta form of Sableye was looking like how Mega Sableye actually looks. So they like went back to that old design. I mean, there's definitely Mega
Sableye going to be good at all in real-time battles?
Bro said Mega Altaria. Like, what are we talking about right now?
I love Mega Altaria.
Get that bullshit out of my face, bro.
But no. Like Mega Sableye is one of the strongest Megas, but I think in this battle system, it's going to end up useless. So things like Altaria might be good.
Things like Meganium might be good.
Yeah,
yeah, you never know.
Question,
like Meganium
right?
would be awesome.
Do you think they're still going to require you to hold a Mega Stone?
Yeah. Well, no. What I think's going to happen? What's going to happen is you gotta. I think you're going to power your Pokemon up with like Mega Energy or something, and then once it hits a whatever limit, you can Mega Evolve it.
But
yeah, I can see something where it's like whatever hub is linked to the Zygarde cell collection stuff is like also like here's Mega Energy that you have to claim.
But I don't think the Pokemon themselves are going to have to hold the Mega item. I think it's going to be something more like you're going to need to have the orb.
You have the most unfortunate typo in your chat. I'm trying not to laugh.
Oh
yeah.
The official website still mentions Mega Stones, or are the Mega Rings with the key?
Yeah, because I know they'll have the rings on your character. I'm just wondering because like with Champions and the way
Mega Ring with a keystone embedded. I guess that could just be for the trainer.
Before I forget, since we're in Kalos and I'm assuming character customization will be good, like in X and Y compared to, and Sun and Moon was pretty good too, but every game after it was. I'm assuming we will get like. Well, actually, let me show you an example. Talk about whatever you're going to talk about, and I'll get an image.
Okay. So,
I was just going to say, I was
going to say, I was wondering with the Megastone thing because I think Dynamaxing you don't hold something, Terrestrialize you don't hold something. So I was wondering if they just could have changed that in general because then that would make Mega way more interesting if I could just pick. I have a couple mons that all could Mega, instead of just this is my only Mega mon because it has to hold this item. Because I was thinking about with Champions the fact they're going to have Megas and Terrestrialize in the game, it would be better if you had more options on the Pokemon that can Mega rather than this is my only Mega and that's all this can do because it has to hold an item.
Okay.
Now I was going to say I can't remember correctly if
multiple potential Megas, they just have to be holding their stones.
No, but then
I think you're just going to slot it in onto whatever accessory you have. Speaking of the customization thing, I hope you can pick what kind of Mega accessory you want. Like if I don't want a bracelet.
Oh,
like what if I want?
You can put into something else.
Like Maxie had the glasses. Steven has the was it a ring or a pin?
A pin on his jacket, I think.
Yeah. Everyone in Oris had a unique one.
That would be cool.
Like Archie with the anchor.
I would like that.
That'd be cool. But yeah, so cool. Now that people heard me hate on YouTube, hate Pokemon or whatever, they've probably clicked off. I can be cool now. This, I don't see a lot of people talking about.
Wait. Oh, I thought you were linking to the Sonic thing. I was like, wait a minute, we're still talking Pokemon. I see. You're talking about the designs of the new
The
characters,
rivals
right?
are literally the same thing as the main character. They're the same
Yeah,
person.
but with dyed hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think what they're doing is with these two, the rivals, I think they're demonstrating character customization. And I
That'd
think
be
we're going
cool.
to be able to have hair gradients, and these clothes are all going to be in.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny that their names are Urban and Towny. I think
Bro,
it's
what
super
happened to
cool.
what happened to just being named Bob and like Jennifer?
Okay, well, hold on. The first character was named Red.
That's
Red
true.
Moon.
And then
Red
Gold.
and blue.
And Surge, Lieutenant Surge.
Those
Well,
are
that's
clean
fine.
names, bro.
That's not bad. But like Pokemon's never been known for its normal names.
Wait, but we gotta wait, because we're.
I mean, I don't really care about a protagonist name outside like Gen 3, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or Gen 4, to be honest.
A lot of the new ones suck anyway. Have you thought about AZ?
No, we still haven't even really talked about the starters yet, because one thing I was going to bring up is that I watched the Japan Time Reacts video compilation of all of our reactions to stuff. And Mike specifically, I didn't know if this was your actual stream or if this was edited in the thing afterwards, but you were like, these are the greatest starter picks in the video. But I think it was over what you said was like, these are the worst starter picks. And I was curious if you're at all excited about what these starters could end up looking like, or like why you just particularly don't like these three.
Oh no, I'm not a big fan of like the Chikorita and Tepig line. And I like Totodile, but I don't really like Feraligatr.
I know you actually like Pokemon based on how they look. A lot of people just don't like Meganium and stuff because it's not good in their fan fiction meta.
Meganium also looks like bullshit. What the
for
fuck?
me-
Why does it have
a dinosaur?
For me, it's how
Bro, let's really break it down, all right? Chikorita looks cool, right?
Meganium's a dinosaur, dude.
Wait, let me get there, bro.
Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing.
Bayleaf looks fucking dope to me, right?
Yeah,
and then it evolves and it turns into a flower, and then its fucking neck protrudes out of the flower, and there's fucking antenna on its head because it's supposed to be like the damn flower that it looks like. But you took Bayleaf's sauce away, bro. Put the leaf back on its head.
You want to see what Beta Bayleaf looked like?
Sure.
Always look good, though. I like
what I'm saying. It's the difference between Bayleaf and Meganium. The sauce is gone now. That's why I don't like Meganium.
Don't you think the opportunity for
this is why Meganium looks the way it does?
Sauce with like flowers around it and stuff.
No, I know that's what I was just saying. I know that why Meganium looks the way it does, but I think the design between Bayleaf and Meganium, I just don't. I don't know how we
changed
got
so radically. Look at
one
that
thing
shit.
I've always found quite endearing about Meganium is that, unlike basically every other starter, it keeps its like friendly eyes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because
So
most of them
sad.
become a lot like cooler or more intimidating in the way.
Embor
they
looks
look,
mean in
but-
battle, but it actually looks kind of nice normally. And I
Well,
think its
Meganium-
dex entries are like it cares about its friends. So it's
Meganium,
probably,
I think, is one of the only ones other than like Delphox and what's the clown seal thing?
Oh, Primarina.
Primarina. Those are the only three that are like girly pop coded. There aren't really any other like girl coded final evolutions. So I think that's kind of another thing that makes Meganium stand out too, because Meganium is one of the first ones that existed.
Meganium is unanimously the worst looking starter. What are we talking about? Nobody
No way,
fucks with Meganium. Bro, what do
no
you
way.
mean?
Delphox is disgusting. Delphox is like it should be removed.
Delphox is trash too. They're both
Delphox
trash.
is not good.
Quilladin, I want to
Well, hold on. Actually, I'm going crazy. Delphox is okay.
Quilladin is disgusting. Delphox is ugly.
People
like,
say
there's
Delphox,
definitely worse
if
ones.
Delphox had a witch's hat on top of his head, it'd look a million times better.
Brixton is great. Brixton and Fennekin are both great. How Brixton and Fennekin turn into Delphox, I will never understand.
I don't
Also,
know.
Inteleon
I
looks
love
kind of
Fennekin.
weird. Sabol's great, and then you get like that creepy, weird middle evolution for Sabol, and then Inteleon becomes Slender Man, bro. I hate that thing. I do not like that. I also Rillaboom is fine, I guess. Yeah, he didn't look like James Bond, all right. I'm not a fan of that.
He's gonna lose anyway
There's
because
some
Cinderace
definitely
is in
some
there
uglier
too.
starters.
Bro,
Also,
people been calling Meganium trash since Gen 2 came out, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are we acting brand new? I don't understand what's happening right now.
I just think the possibility for like some of their mega forms is going to look like Mega Feraligatr. I think is going to look fire if they do like Water Ghost or Water Dark or something and make it based off like the French catacombs, like skeletons for alligator.
No, I think it's gonna be water poison.
Why water poison?
I think he's gonna be a sewer gator.
Oh, I like that actually. Water poison's
That'd
a
be
good
cool.
typing too.
That's
Water
what I
poison
thought.
would be
And
fire.
I don't know anything from Meganium, but for Embor, if there's a form, I feel like it'll end up psychic because it's based off of the pig in Journey to the West, and he uses like a staff. And he looks sort of magey.
I was thinking Fire Steel.
Or we get Fire Ghost because the last two have been Fire Ghost, and
Dude,
that would be funny.
that
would be super funny.
I've never thought
Typhlosion.
I've never thought in my life that I'd be tired of Ghost type, the Ghost typing. Ghost Pokemon used to be rare, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
And now everything is a Ghost Pokemon.
I still like Ghost though. It's a cool typing. It's probably one of the best typings. You're a Gengar. Literally, you can now always like Ghost.
Okay, dude. Ghost isn't even my favorite type.
Well, it should be. You're a Gengar. What's your favorite type? Poison?
Poison.
Oh, well, that's also your other typing, so that's fair. All right. That's fair enough. Yeah, I think
that's why I'm biased towards Feraligatr.
What other Pokemon you guys think are going to get Kalos forms then? Because we talked a little bit about...
I want to post something for Adam.
Go ahead.
Because he might have... I don't know if people knew what he was talking about. Look. Doesn't this... All the Pokemon in this image that's uploading for fucking 10 years for some reason. Look, they all look like they're photoshopped in.
Oh, yeah.
They don't look like they're actually in the environment.
But that's not an actual screenshot.
Because of the...
It is a screenshot.
Outlining?
No, it's definitely not. I can show you the clip from the video. That's not
not the Floette. I'm obviously not the Floette.
No, the Bunnelby. The weird, the weird... Yeah, that's like outlined and made to look next to the Floette. That's not a real screenshot. Yeah, because that's a screenshot from the trailer where you get It shows like Bunnelby, Spupa, Flaffy, and what's it called, Fletchender. And the Floette obviously is photoshopped in there, but they just did that to layer it for the photo. But that's not actually what it looks like.
Regardless,
that's how it looks like.
Yeah, that's the actual screenshot. There you go.
That
they still kind of look out of place.
That shit, like, I just don't like how inconsistent that entire screenshot looks. Like, why are the Pokemon like they're like? How do you know how to describe it?
They don't follow the rules of the world's lighting.
Yeah.
I put it on screen.
I think it's purely just so that they stand out and it's easier to catch and stuff. But there's probably a better way of doing that. So another thing, people
disgusting. The wall textures look fucking disgusting, man.
Of course, dude.
And
Pokemon textures are always gonna look like ass. This is another topic I think some people have talked about. I don't know if it's popular. I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
These two, they're very similar looking. So I don't think they are going to be related in any capacity, but I think with the emphasis on Johto for some reason, and those two looking the way they do, I think this is just. I think there's gonna be like a love letter portion to Johto. Like there might be a little Johto part of the town, or something.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah. I feel like
I think they look very strikingly similar to the two.
For people who are in the chat or were listening, basically Zeph is talking about the similarities between the design of the main character in ZA and the design of the characters from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I still feel like at some point we're probably going to get a Let's Go Johto game. I obviously didn't think it was happening this year, and
I don't think we're going to because it was just meant to be a bridge game.
But didn't Pikachu and Eevee sell really well?
Yeah, anything you make with Pokemon is going to sell well.
Not everything. I feel like that. Maybe now,
almost anything, pretty much.
Pokemon Conquest didn't sell that great.
I'm sure that $300 Bellsprout lamp already sold out.
They have a $300 Bellsprout lamp?
Yeah, from Pokemon Concierge. You want to see?
Yeah, I want to see that. That sounds... Well, that was actually... So, while he brought up Concierge real quick, I was going to say, in terms of other announcements during this Pokemon Presents, they announced the next season of Pokemon Concierge. They announced the new set of the TCG that they're bringing back Megas in that.
That costs $300.
They announced Darkrai is going to be coming to Pokemon Sleep along with Cresselia. They announced the Triumphant Light set of the TCG, which is actually already out now in TCG Pocket, the Arceus set. And what was the other announcement? The Appleton guys are in Cafe Remix, right?
I just think this game is going to have the Johto stuff that people have been expecting and wanting for a while. Mm-hmm. I think there's going to be like a bunch of Johto references in that area.
They faked the fuck out of me in that Presents with that goddamn Masters trailer. Like,
Oh,
what
there
the
was that massive
fuck?
trailer too. I
I
forgot
didn't.
about that.
I saw people get hyped too. I did too for a second, but then I was like, wait, what would they
Yeah.
possibly be
Yeah,
using
we're
this
in-
footage that
Yeah, I was
exists
like,
We
already?
were in the
What-
mobile
what-
game
what-
section,
what-
and it's
what
like,
do you
what's the
think?
second mobile game after Go? Oh yeah, Masters.
Yeah.
What did you think it was though, with like the Oris stuff?
Oh no, I just saw some hype ass fucking.
He saw
PG
Oris
shit,
is
bro.
I think his favorite. Are they your favorite games?
It's like top 3.
I think.
Man.
What? Let me guess. I
How
think
are we
it's.
so different on this?
I think it's for you.
It's
Isn't it? It's Crystal. Is it
No.
Crystal?
No. No.
Wow, I thought it was. 'Cause I swear we played a lot of that shit. I truly don't know. Gen 3? I don't know.
Three, then? You Oris and then what else?
Yeah, what are your favorites?
Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Oris,
Oh,
and
shit, of course. That's why I said
Conquest.
Crystal.
What was the
What's
third
the last one?
Conquest.
Okay, mainline.
Oh, Conquest. Okay, yeah.
Mainline. Probably Platinum.
Yeah, that's fair. Pokemon games, honestly, there's not much to pick from for your favorites.
Yeah, X and Y.
Still
Also,
somehow
there
picked
was
Oris.
something else. Now that someone brought it up too, there was something else that they got announced. They're doing Alolan Raichu in Pokemon Unite. It's Ho-Oh, Alolan Raichu, and Suicune, right? Are the other three?
Yeah.
Alcremie.
They're at-
Oh yeah,
Roger,
Alcremie.
You're forgetting another announcement.
What was the other one?
You can play Pokemon in Latin American Spanish now.
that took so long.
That's kind of hype, though.
It is exciting, but that they were on
No,
that for
it's
a while.
cool because I didn't grow up learning or knowing fucking Spain Spanish. So if I could play this in Spanish, that'd be cool.
Well, you can. They made a whole big announcement about it.
Yeah.
I thought Alolan Raichu was kind of a good pick though for Pokemon Unite. I thought that's kind of cool.
We're also
Yeah.
finally
Well, he's
getting
like
that 500.
He's like
mode.
mascot tier. Alolan Raichu was made literally so that Raichu could become a mascot
Yeah.
type character. Not a mascot for the series, but like
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
like a cutie
popular
kind of.
since
Yeah.
Pikachu is
Yeah,
always
yeah.
so popular.
Easier to market the.
There were so many
Raichu,
cool
I think.
Gen 7 things like that in the leak. Like I think before Crabominable, it was Alolan Snorlax.
That would have been sick.
It was fighting type and it was Hollis Pokemon.
That sounds amazing. I would have loved that. What the heck?
Yeah. There
Why'd
was a
they
lot
not
of
do
cool
that?
shit like that. There was
Fighting type Alolan Snorlax would have been sick.
Yeah. There was all kinds of shit like that. There was a scrapped, I don't even know why we're talking about this. There's a scrapped Eevee from Gen 7. It was gonna be flying type.
Oh, I'm actually glad you brought that up because
It might
that was one of the
show
big
up
things.
here.
That was one of the big things going into this Pokemon Presents, right? Is that they announced it was the year of Eevee. So a lot of people assumed there would be some type of Eevee announcement. And then it kind of came and went and we didn't get anything Eevee. I actually agree with you. We were talking about this earlier with like the new Pokemon in this game, that it might just be reserved for like legendaries and mythicals or something. Part of me does kind of feel like they are going to do a new evolution in this game because of all that year of Eevee stuff. And I agree with you. I think it could be the flying one.
I found the list. The scrapped regional Alolan forms were originally, instead of Golem, it was Electric Rock Rhyhorn.
I'm kind of glad they went with Golem. Electric Golem is cool.
Steel was Water Fairy. I guess that turned into Primarina. Scyther was Bug Fairy. I think probably an Orchid Mantis.
Oh, that would have been cool. I would have loved it. Well, that's, to be fair, isn't that kind of what we got with what's the thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mantis and Lurantis, thank you.
And then these all got repurposed, I guess, into something else, yeah. And then Snorlax was pure fighting.
That's cool. I hope they do pure fighting regional Snorlax.
Oh, there was also a big, huge thing in Gen 7. Gen 7 was going to be the original debut of Convergent Pokemon.
Oh. That would have been
Alola
weird.
was going to have fossils that were version exclusives, and they got scrapped. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Salamence and Wailord, weird forms of them. And they saved that concept for, I guess, Gen 9. It's a long ass time. But yeah, the scrapped Eevee happened because it looked too close to a fan design. So that's
Well, anything else about this Pokemon Presents? Any other things you guys want to talk about, or last minute thoughts before we wrap
Hell
this
yeah,
up?
brother.
What's up, Tito? Welcome. Uh-oh.
What's up?
You were just echoing. What'd you think of the Pokemon Presents?
I thought it was I think that the one. Also, I'm driving back. I didn't know y'all still would be in a show, so apologies. But yeah, no, I mean, I thought
We
it was
didn't
cool.
think there'd be a whole 1 hour long Ryan Gosling side tangent about Marvel.
Oh, okay, okay, cool. So I didn't miss it. Great.
No, you're good.
No, I think this is one of the better episodes this year.
You definitely missed it.
Yeah, Ricky been Porky Pig.
Oh my God.
Okay. Zeph, here's what I need you to do. I need you to summarize this episode to me, with as little context as possible.
Ricky is a shambolic rube.
And racist.
Oh, well, that part I knew. That part I knew.
He said instead of Asians, he said, "Are you saying all Awkwafinas look alike?"
Oh, what?
So he used Awkwafinas as Asians. The word
He used Awkwafinas not as a name, but as an adjective.
Yeah, it was an accident, but yeah.
Interesting.
He was talking about a bottle of water.
He was not.
Oh, we were talking about
He
the
was
actress at the time.
Ricky? I'm trying to help you.
I can explain myself.
He was
I can explain myself.
You're done. No, you're done. I tried to. I reached
Oh
out
my
and
God.
bro.
It's done. It's
He
done.
really tried to throw you a water bottle and you threw it to the side. That's what happened. Like, that's crazy. I will say the only I guess strong opinion I have about the fucking presents is I wasn't aware that niggas didn't fuck with like Chikorita like that.
How were
I
you
was just not aware.
What are you saying?
Tito, that's the thing. It's a phenomenon.
How did you make it this far, bro?
Some people legitimately don't like the design. Those people are fine. But there's like subsections of people that don't like entire Pokemon because it's not good in Smogon's fake meta.
No, that's because it looks like as and it's as. It's
you
the worst of both worlds. It's the worst of both worlds.
No. Well, Shofu's problem isn't Shofu. Your problem isn't with Chikorita or Bayleaf. It's with Meganium specifically.
Well, I can't separate the two. Like I'm gonna evolve my Chikorita. It's gonna be a Meganium. I don't have a problem with Chikorita or Bayleaf though. That's fact. And it's really just the leaf on the head. You put a leaf on Meganium's head, it might look cool again.
I have a question, Shofu. I have a question. Have you ever played a game on release where you fucked with the first evolution so hard that you just rocked it the whole game?
The first evolution, as in like the first stage?
In the starter. Yeah, the first.
Well, I think Shofu's favorite Pokemon is Pikachu.
That's one of them. But
right, correct.
I mean, in general, I pick the starter that I think looks the coolest. Is there a starter that I picked that I didn't like? Well, Fennekin was right there, right? Like
in Sword and Shield, I liked Grookey so much. I only used Grookey. Like I didn't evolve it into Rillaboom.
Oh no, that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be fine because Pokemon's so easy. It'd probably be fun.
Yeah, it was.
That's
fun.
what you're saying. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that though. I'd for sure evolve my Pokemon.
There's some second stages. I know there are some second stages people like. A lot of people like Grovyle, but I'm a weird fuck, and my favorite.
Don't like Grovyle.
My favorite stage for Zard is Charmeleon.
Charmeleon, yeah.
Pokemon sucks ass.
I like Grovyle way more than
cool. Here's my thing, right? And this
I like
Grovyle
Grovyle as well. I'm a Grovyle fan.
Here's the one.
Wartortle is a popular one.
I like people like Wartortle, but like the thing I was saying, and maybe I was doing a bad job of explaining it because we were talking about it after the presents, which is I looked at this list of available grass options, and
there's not much left.
And I don't see how anybody. First of all, the fact that Chespin is right there should be like you. I don't know. I feel like people should be happy it wasn't Chespin. I don't know. But
unless they
like we're gonna get the Kalos starters gifted to us as like reverse Kanto.
Right.
In the
I mean, if my options are Chespin and Chikorita, I really don't give a fuck which one they pick. They both some fun.
Snivy's right there.
No. What I'm saying.
Snivy would have been good, honestly, for a franchise.
What I'm saying is like if you looked at the No, I was talking about in terms of like grass specifically, right? I'm talking about the list of starters. Like, I think people are also mad that it's like it's Chikorita, it's Totodile, it's also like fucking Emboar. Emboar's kind of crazy, but like whatever. But like it's the fact that if you look at all the starters, you have to kind of consider what doesn't already have some form of fucking thing going on, and those are your options. Because they're not going to pick Incineroar; it's too new. They're not going to pick Score Bunny.
No,
He's got
they
a
can.
G-Max.
Because they have Rowlet as the starter for Legends Arceus.
Well, okay. Well, sorry, I should have used the grass Pokemon specifically because I think fire is just incorrect. They could have picked literally 3 other bots, but for grass specifically, you can't pick Venusaur obviously because obvious. Okay, you can't pick anything from the last gen because it's too new. You can't pick Trico because he already has a Mega.
Mega, yeah.
So he already has a Mega. So your options are what? Torterra. Your options are Meganium, and your options are Chespin.
Give me Torterra, man. Every goddamn motherfucking time.
I like Torterra.
Justin and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, though. I think they didn't want to have any crossover in terms of ones that are starters available on Switch already, right? I think that's the thing that probably stopped Turtwig.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just talking about things that are automatically disqualified for obvious reasons, as in they already either have a Mega or they already have a form that exists, which is the thing that's probably going to happen. And of the available options, I don't think it's crazy to say, like, I would be more mad if they picked Chespin. I don't think that's crazy.
Oh, I agree with you. I would not have liked Chespin. Yeah.
I would.
Chikorita, I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, yeah, I think them picking any Kalos starter was off the table. No matter
because, like
what.
you said, they're probably going to gift it to you in the game. They're probably going to give you.
It's going to be old Sycamore or AZ or something. We don't even know how far into the future this is.
It'll probably be the goddamn rivals.
Oh yeah.
I think it's I think it goes even simpler than that. I think a lot of people were just jarred that it's 2 Johto starters.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing is that if there's
that's why I think the whole Johto tangent I went on is real.
But don't you think maybe the reason for that is because they wanted each of the Johto ones to have either a Mega or a new evolution?
Well, Johto Pokemon have almost, I'm pretty sure, besides like recent gens and like Gen 4 or 5. Okay. No, 5 probably. Just 5. Johto, I think, has the least amount of Megas or forms or anything.
Well, Johto, I was literally saying in my chat, I have to back you up, is that Johto is the most popular starter set of Pokemon that has the least.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, they're traditional and nostalgic.
Are incredibly popular.
I think Tito also touched on it, where like it makes sense that those Pokemon aren't readily available on the Switch. Like, if you look at all a bunch of other starters, they're available in other games.
Well, the only Pokemon that haven't made it to the Switch now are the Elemental Monkeys, which are going to be in because they're in X and Y.
Right, they're in X and Y.
I think it's a weird case. You can get Alolan Raticate in Let's Go, but you can't get it in any other 3D game on Switch.
But you can get it in Let's Go.
Yeah, but I don't think it's in any of the games.
So
you can't transfer it.
It's not a huge loss, I don't think.
Come on, man. I used one recently.
Does anybody not think that Mega...
I want to use a rat. I'm not using a rat.
Does anybody not think that Mega Meganium is Grass Fairy?
No, it's definitely
I think it's not going to be because, like I said, the whole evolution thing, I think they've started to enjoy subverting people's expectations a lot. And Grass Fairy Meganium is the most used like fan thing. It's insane.
Wants to be grass poison.
That'd be crazy.
I think they could make it shitty and make it dragon.
Evil. Oh, Grass Dragon would be kind of cool though.
Yeah,
they already have Grass Dragon with Sceptile though, so I don't think they'll end up doing that.
Yeah, they won't. They won't.
Good night, Vera.
I love my fire resistance being neutral. I love
that. They could even, like, if you wanted to reach, they could, since it's the least used part of its design, they could lean more into the antenna and make it electric.
That'd be kind of fire.
Is there a Grass Electric already?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Electrode. That's
Rotom.
Oh, that's right.
And Rotom.
That's
it's
right.
just like
Rotom.
The electrodes.
Yeah.
Dude, Grass Electric would actually be kind of hype.
Grass Electric might work.
Well, I also think if we're using the logic that they use, which obviously they can do whatever the fuck they want, right? But exactly. They go by lore first in these games. If you look at the regional variants, all of those regional variants are lore adjacent. All three of them. So, like in terms of their typing and in terms of their place in the actual world about why they're like that, especially Typhlosion. So it's like they fit the aesthetic. I'm gonna keep it a stack. One of these starters is steel.
Probably.
I think it's Embor. I said Embor Fire Steel.
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to do
Fire
something.
Steel?
I do. I think they're going to do something like a Fred's Onion. Yeah, I could go with Poison or Dark or like something. I agree it's going to be like a sewer game.
I think, he's going to be in the sewer.
I think Embor is going to be a play on like French chefs, I think. I think it's going to be something like a giant oven.
Yeah, he could be like a furnace.
Like a furnace, yeah. I think it's something along those lines, but I think Fire Steel is going to be.
And Meganium could very well be either like a generator or a solar panel or some because like one of these mons is electric because they're in Lumios. For sure.
I wonder if
I didn't even think about that. That's a good call.
No, I guess no. Never mind.
Well, because I also think Embor being Fire Steel would be sick if you're like playing competitively, right? Because he's already firefighting, right? So to be able to like flip the typings and go from firefighting to Fire Steel, I think could be kind of cool.
They could do Fire Steel and then some ability where you get a bonus multiplier on like fighting moves or punching moves or something.
Well, he has access to Heavy Slam already, right? Like
hear me out.
I think
he has Heat Crash too.
Dude,
yes, Heat Crash.
Heat Crash and Heavy Slam is fire. That's good.
Hear me. I see what you. Hear me out. If we're doing the aesthetic thing. Mega Embor is a generator and he's fire electric.
I mean, I'd be totally fine with that. That would be
he's
awesome.
Fire electric and he has like what's the it's like motor drive or something shit like what's the one whichever like you get faster when you get like electric moves. Is that a motor drive?
Cool. I love that.
Like but I do think Meganium or Embor, one of them is electric. I like because I could also
Are we
see
talking final forms or they're mega? Like do you think they're gonna get a different
megas?
And yeah, I don't think they get regional variants. I think their mega is
either.
Yeah, I think their mega is different. Because if you based off what I've seen and read and what they're saying.
But because their mega is different, I feel like Embor will not like he's not gonna lose his secondary typing. I feel like that's such a rare thing for them to completely
They've done that with a bunch. They did that with Gyarados. Gyarados was water flying.
Yeah, Gyarados was
You're right.
Yeah,
My bad.
I mean,
forgot.
They've definitely done that before. They did that with
Charizard.
I was only thinking for some reason.
Correct. Charizard loses flying.
Yeah, I was thinking Beedrill, Gengar, and all them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Actually, a lot of them lose flying.
Gengar that wasn't Ghost Poison would have been fucking nutty, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, pure Ghost.
That would have been cool.
I
think
that'd be
very cool.
Embor is going to lose fire typing.
It would make sense for
pure
Ghost.
Pure fighting. Just to spite people.
That would be nuts. Do you think they would do that though? Where the Mega would lose the primary
Embor
typing?
turns the fire off.
That'd be crazy, actually.
Why would he turn them off?
Oh, Aggron is 2 typings, but
how many megas get typing changes out of all of them?
Get typing changes?
I think
3 of them. I think it's
a lot of them. Gardevoir.
No. Altaria goes Dragon
total typing changes or just one of the typing changes?
I got you. Hold on. I got you. I have it pulled up right now.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, so Altaria goes from Dragon Flying to Dragon Fairy.
I know Ampharos goes to Dragon Electric.
Sceptile goes to Dragon Grass. If we scroll a little bit up, a little much. Yep, Pinsir goes to Bug Flying. We had earlier, Ampharos, Electric Dragon. Gyarados from Water Flying to Water Dark. Aggron as well. And what's the other? There's one more. Aggron just loses the rock typing and just goes pure steel. And then Charizard goes from Fire Flying to Fire Dragon.
You know what? Actually, this talk just made me realize they could have reused the Mega because Blaziken's debut was in X and Y, and then they reused it for because they could have just not put it in X and Y.
Yeah, I mean that's true. They could have. Well, that'll be here, I'm sure. I feel like any Pokemon that you can get in this game,
I think this is going to be the game where you can get them all.
Yeah. I think all the Megas will be in this. All of them from Oris, all of them.
Well, they showed, I think, like an everyone is here-esque trailer.
They did a little bit. They showed a bunch of them. Yeah.
I think the implication was they're all back.
Mike, you just sent me this image I just saw too. This is for Pokemon Champions. I'm going to put this on screen. This is back. I literally just saw it though. This is for the home transference conversation that we had earlier. I'm going to pull this up on screen so you guys can see it. So it basically confirms that you can send Pokemon from Go into home and Scarlet and Violet and the other Pokemon titles into home, but that Champions connects with home. It's not a transference thing. It's like you're not sending them to go to Champions. It's that it's just connecting to read it. So I do think you guys are right. Like you were talking about the boxes earlier or something. I think it's going to be something to the extent that it like reads your boxes from home and then your Pokemon can just connect with that. I don't think it's a matter of like fully transferring Pokemon back again.
They want your money anyways.
Yeah, and you have to pay to get home, right?
Yeah.
Or to use home? Yeah.
Well, I
So
think
that's
like,
you have to pay if you want more
like,
than
one
30
box.
Pokemon.
Oh, if you want more than one box?
Yeah.
Wait, you could do a free one with one box?
Yeah.
You get one free box on home, and then the rest you gotta pay for.
Oh,
And it's
know.
not a
They gotta
one-time
hook you
purchase either.
somehow,
It's a subscription-based model.
I gotta give you a
Isn't it
taste
like
of the
$1
crab.
a year though?
Well, I don't remember when I looked at it last time. I think it's like
$2
$2
too.
or something.
It's so stupidly cheap. It's a non-issue.
Yeah, just literally. It's half a Starbucks.
Go look under a
for
vending
year.
machine.
If you play Pokemon twice a year, it's worth your $2 a year to have Pokemon home. Yeah.
Go search between your couch cushions.
There you go. That's right. Heck, that's cheaper than a subscription here on Twitch. Look at that.
Did y'all basically only talk about Pokemon?
No,
Pokemon
we
was
talked
the
about a whole bunch
least
of
talked
Pokemon was
about.
the last thing we talked about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this podcast's been, man. I want to play Monster Hunter right now.
We've been
I
going for like
missed
2
the
hours
Monster
now.
Hunter talk. Fuck.
You did, unfortunately. I mean, you can bring up one more thing. Go ahead. You want to talk about it real quick? You could be our closer. Talk about Monster Hunter. Go ahead, Tito.
I think this game is better than I'm world pilled and I know that, but I would still rather play World than Rise, but I do think this game baseline is better than World, actually. But my biggest problem is the fact that I think I'm realizing now is that Monster Hunter's UX fucking is dog shit. It is dog shit.
There is a lot of stuff going on in Monster Hunter. Yeah, I feel like with the menus and with all the stuff happening on the screen,
it just feels like it's like a fucking like nobody took a class in UX in the last 10 years at Capcom who worked on the Monster Hunter. Like I have to go through 3 separate screens to get to see the same information that it could all be on one screen. Like it's small shit like that.
Yeah, the menus
where it's like
certain stuff definitely is really silly.
Also, I don't understand why a game that is almost exclusively played with other people makes it so hard to do so.
Yeah.
Consistently for every game ever, except for like on the 3DS, it was pretty straightforward.
It's insane that they haven't fixed. You know how many?
Why can't I just
games?
right-click invite? Why can't I do that?
Why do I have to
party link, invite to match, add his friend, party match member list?
You have to add them as a hunter friend if you want to make it easy on top of that.
Yep.
Like it's I understand. I'm pretty sure a lot of that system is because crossplay is enabled.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna hate because it's like shout outs to the people who crossplay, good for them, whatever.
Yeah. They could definitely make the menus less daunting though. They're crazy.
They definitely can. Yeah.
Yes. Like I actually went back. I downloaded World before I downloaded Rise just so I could immediately go back and compare because I'm a psycho. The menus in World are almost identical to the menus in Rise, which is almost identical to the menus in Wild. Those games are almost a decade apart in length.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah,
Why? Like that is
the Monster Hunter team kind of
gotta work on their
picks
UI.
up a style and they just run the same style. That's pretty much.
It's just it's actually it's literally the worst part of the game other than the story. like other than the story, it's the worst part of the game. It's just literally combat is great.
There are people out there that there like a lot of them. Like this is becoming a scarily common thing just because of like iPhones and stuff. There are people out there that don't know what a folder is on a computer, right?
Yeah.
So imagine those people pressing start and looking for an option in Monster Hunter. They have to make this shit simple.
Some things are odd. Like if you open your squad list, you can't add a friend from the squad list. You have to go to lists, scroll over to squad list, and then you can add them, which is just like
Also,
silly.
once you craft the high rank armor, you also get the layered armor.
Yeah, that's a nice change. I like that.
That's good.
I like that. There's a lot of things about the game that are small improvements that I like. I was talking to Chris about this earlier about how like he was talking about wire bugs and how he missed wire bugs. We're talking about
we talked about that earlier. Yeah, I really missed the wire bug.
I'm a hammer player, so I like the feeling of wounds more when I play, but I understand that's completely solely based off the weapon I play.
I play hammer and hunting horn.
Yeah, I played hammer through the entire story. It felt like gore.
Yes.
When I was hitting people.
It's so sick.
The wound system is like super crazy. Every weapon except like Lance and Insect Glaive. Those are the two that I hear are suffering the most. With like on Greatsword, for instance, if you do the wound like precision attack as a Greatsword, you immediately get a level 3 charge after that. So you can literally just loop level 3 charges.
Broken.
Yeah.
I love that with Hunting Horn too. Is Hunting Horn, and when you hit the wound and you play like the little song, every other wound that's lit up on the monster like explodes at the same time. And that is super sick. I love that.
Is the wound system like a new thing in Wilds?
Yes,
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I finally switched. So through all of Rise, like my 200+ hours, I exclusively used hammer and never switched. It was my first Monster Hunter game too. I did the same thing in this one, and I finally switched in high rank to try other weapons. I've been using sword and shield.
Yeah, sword and shield is crazy in this game.
I love that they have blunt and slashing, so you can like knock the monster out and check. But my favorite thing is with the wounds, you can pick if you wanna you do like blunt, or sword.
It's good. It's good because it basically says, if your wound is on the dome piece and you're trying to get a horn, you can pick your shield. But if your wound's on a tail, you can try to sever the tail because you can slice tails.
Yeah, and you have 2 full combos for both. Like you do have the punch combo and the sword combo.
It's very
and
good.
Perfect guarding is insane.
Perfect guarding. It's it's like the game is.
I think
good.
that's the best sword and shield, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
it just doesn't have oils.
Yeah, by far it is the best sword and shield by far.
Yeah,
but even like every block weapon has that because Greatsword also has perfect guarding.
I've made Hunting Horn in every game since it's been introduced. I love Hunting Horn. I like the idea of doing buffs and stuff. And I think the mix of like the echo bubbles being the way that they are in this game, plus the different melodies, I just find it to be easier to set them all off. Mixed with the wounds where you're like going in and like I said, you activate all the different wounds at one time. If you've activated the right thing, you kick right into your next like melody and you combo out the thing and then do that like what's the supersonic boom thing where you just knock them out. It's so good. And it feels like they also buffed the amount of damage that Hunting Horn did in terms of like blunt damage than it was before. It was always relatively like heavy damage. It almost kind of felt like a lighter hammer to me. But I feel like you get the damage of the hammer with all of these other buffs and having that ability to swap between the two. I know you don't, but like being able to swap between the two, it does. Being able to swap between your two weapons, though, keep your buff from your Hunting Horn and then swap to your hammer is ridiculous. And you could do that with pretty much any of the other weapons. Mm-hmm. And being able to carry that stuff over, I feel like makes Hunting Horn not required, but like it makes it very, very good as one of your secondary weapons, even if you're not somebody that's using Hunting Horn primarily, because of that buff system and because you're able to just swap back to your other thing.
For me, I just been carrying the same weapon, just with a different element.
Yep, I carry.
That's what most people are doing.
Second weapon is not like it's a negative affinity high raw
weapon. Yeah, there you go.
I've seen people do blasting weapon and poison weapon.
Yeah,
I have a question. Well, I technically have two.
What's up?
So I played the beta with the bow.
Yeah. Like bow and arrow or bow gun?
No, the bow and arrow.
Okay.
Because the bow and arrow is like, the bow guns. I know which one you're talking about.
Light bow gun's really good in this.
How is the bow in terms of?
I haven't used it. I actually wanted to recently, but I'm letting you play, so you're gonna have to.
That's what I was also gonna ask. Like, as a new Monhun player,
it seems like every weapon's crazy.
Is there like one that's easiest to learn?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are. So
sword and shield's easy.
Sword and shield's easy. So I'm glad you asked this question because I was actually I was scouring Reddit today because usually within the first week they have at least PC usage stats somewhere. Yeah. So I didn't find a graphic, but I did read that actually bow is at this moment only on PC the least used weapon, but I think that's mainly due to the fact people are still unlocking bows.
Sure.
And bows are really top end, usually in Monster Hunter games. Meaning that like the best bows, the bows that you actually want, you're not gonna get to the end.
And it's like they're not
that's like the end of high rank, you mean? Like
they're not like Zelda bows either. They're like bows the size of your body.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like, and that's mainly due to the fact that it's like, okay, you want a bunch of different elements on your bow and the coatings and whatever.
If you like damage numbers, it's good too.
Yes.
If you want to.
The common, because I'm sure you guys talked about the fact that this game had 1 quadrillion people on fucking Steam alone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Broke the records. Yeah.
Every survey that I've seen and every stat that I've seen as I've been scouring the internet saying that new players are gravitating towards the weapons that the devs have promoted as new weapon friendly. So great sword and shield, and swax. So like
switch axe, by the way.
Yeah, switch axe. Sorry. So like these weapons are normally the weapons that people who are new to Monster to gravitate towards, and then they kind of branch out to a range.
I don't know if it's like this in Wilds, but I think Charge Blade's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think Charge Blade's.
You have to get the core mechanics, but like
I like the base level, yes, but like I feel like once you start trying to implement the advanced stuff, then it's not.
Yeah, low entry level, high ceiling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I went from hammer, which I picked because I like strong, heavy impacts and big numbers. But then I switched to sword and shield, and it was like way more underwhelming to hit things, but it still was really fun, and it was a completely different experience. So I'm going to try other weapons too.
Yeah, I still don't have. Right now, I'm rocking mainly hammer for 95% of my hunts. In World, I was playing hammer, and if I wasn't playing hammer, I was playing gunlance. I haven't really wanted to play gunlance yet in this game because I hate the way a lot of them look.
And you can't fly.
And you can't fly like in Rise. So
dude, being able to fly in the open world game would have been crazy.
Yeah, it's just I do have 2 small. I don't know if this came up, but I do have 2 small. They're not small. These things are really fucking bugging me about the game, other than the UX. Real quick.
Okay, let's hear it.
The first is I love 2 weapons on your bird. That's great. That should have been the whole thing. My problem is that switching between them is really fucking clunky, especially when you're in the middle of combat. And I think I would prefer, rather than to get on your bird to switch, you could just bring your bird to you.
You can. You just press.
No.
He doesn't
want to get on.
The bird just comes towards you and you swap the weapon.
It makes no sense why I have to get on my bird to switch my weapon when my bird has my weapon. When I can.
And Tito, I don't know if you saw this video, but I'd recommend it. I couldn't stand how with the controls, with the sacred, I couldn't stand how if you stop, like you run and then you stop and they keep running a bit.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, you have to press. You have to like press the trigger like a bunch of times to make it stop.
Yeah, this fixes all that.
Okay, cool. As an aside, before I get to the second thing, did you guys all switch your how power looks, how attack looks in this game?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
So in at the moment, so I'm just gonna pick some numbers, okay? So if you look in your whatever in the shop, let's say you're buying a sword, buying like a sword and shield, right? It'll say the attack is whatever 100 or 150 or whatever. Sure. Then you go to a hammer that's the same rarity. It'll say it's like 500, and that number is based off of like a bunch of different factors, including the weapon's base. That number is really shitty. So if you go into your options, and this is why I fucking hate the UX. It's defaulting to a setting that's basically taking in all the factors of like your affinity and your average. It's doing a bunch of bullshit. In your settings, on the first game settings tab on the third page, it's the second option from the bottom. It says weapon attack power display. If you switch that, it will go to how the attack has always been, which is what is just the base damage of your weapon. So instead of going, this hammer that I'm currently rocking, which is a high rank hammer, has without that whatever change, it says has 1,000 attack. That doesn't make any sense because you're not doing 1,000 damage. If you switch it, it says this weapon does 150 something, which means that when I crit, guess what number it does? 150 something, which is the number you actually.
So, well, I get that's nice for people that want it, but the way it is now is the way it's been in Monster Hunter.
No. You can because you can switch because the thing is you can switch that option before. This is not new.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that the default has been the default in Monster Hunter. I'm not arguing it, like if people want to change it, cool. I'm just saying like this just the way it's been in Monster Hunter. So
I never even I was gonna say it wasn't even something I realized. Yeah.
My Palico for some reason was speaking English. I had to turn it off.
I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, the Palicos talk.
I
It's
fucking.
I do too. I like
was
that they talk.
legitimately getting angry because.
Oh,
of
I
it.
like that they talk. Yeah.
No, I hate it because when you get knocked down and you can't move, they say "Get out of there," and I'm like, dude, I can't fucking move right now.
At least they're not doing cat puns the whole time.
And now I just wish that they're meowing.
No, they're just cute little.
But
yeah,
but you can
like,
turn it back
"That's
to
my
that if you
partner."
want it. Yeah.
It's cute.
I don't know.
how
I like the
Coast Word is playing Monster Hunter Wild.
Yeah, you guys are taking way too long, man.
He's using yeah.
I really like the Palicos talking. I think like especially because I picked voice 2 and he sound like the way it sounds. It's so great. I actually really like it a lot. And normally don't care that much about the Palicos. I mean, I like them, but I'm
a fan.
I really like that they. The story sucked, but I'm happy. I like how core like the Palico was a core part of the whole experience constantly.
Yeah, it actually
he even had his own moment.
Too.
He had his own moment with the other the felines.
And then post game, instead of just like equipping, like just like getting their different Palico with different skills, you actually do quests for your Palico to learn new stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking of Palicos, because they do status stuff, I'm very pleasantly surprised with how good slinger ammo is. I usually get the paralysis or something when I use it.
Yeah, it's like 2 shots does it.
Yeah.
I think the cutscenes in the game, every single cutscene they use the slinger and it's like devastating.
Wait a minute. No, go ahead. Finish your thought and then come back to me.
The when they use the slinger, it's like it does devastating amounts of damage. So I feel like the cutscenes were them trying to show it was
showcase
more
actually
important.
worth using. Yeah.
Yeah. What I was going to say on the topic of the cutscenes, when you said cutscenes, is I am also currently playing through Yakuza, Pirates in Hawaii.
Mhm.
And there is a kid main character in that game, Noah, who is actually like a good kid main character. And then in this one,
Nata
bro, they suck. They suck.
Yeah.
I
Nata
hate
fucking
the kid in
sucks.
this one.
I am
Hate
impressed
this
the story went the route of they actually survived. You know?
Yeah.
Because every fucking story does the same thing with that.
Yeah, where they take the kid
I
out.
don't think anyone cares about getting spoiled on the Monster Hunter story. If you do,
Bro.
go fuck yourself.
Nada was like terrible, man. We talked about the wyvern milk stuff earlier when you were gone.
The
Tito,
Wilk?
but like,
I wish they kept calling it Wilk.
John Wilkes Booth?
And they would have called it Wilk. It's better
It was
than
so
wyvern
much better as
milk.
Wilk, and it's like, oh, Wilk. No, it's wyvern
Yeah,
milk.
Wilk. It's like silk.
Oh, man.
I will say though, I am gonna say the best part about this game and the story to me is that is whenever Alma talks about the guild is authorizing this hunt, it gets me pumped up every fucking time.
I put on Blue Sky
every time, bro.
that thing is just it's the hold on this GIF.
Well, aren't they adding the like a hub world thing for the next big update with the
gathering
Mitsutsune?
hub?
Aren't they? Yeah, they're doing like a big gathering hub thing that's going to which makes sense after this game, right? That you're setting up like the gathering hub that you wouldn't have it available.
The we authorize you to hunt line
is fire.
Is just this game's version of this.
Yeah, yes,
a little bit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But it's also like it's morphin time. Like that's what it's the same.
I also love
delivery.
A little bit.
The handler, when she says it to you, she knows you're going to kill it.
Yeah, so she'll hesitate
sometimes she's sad about it.
Yeah, And I love the payoff in the last fight with the hunter.
Yes, the last fight has a great payoff.
Yeah,
dude, that fight and the electric dragon
by
fight.
my own order, I will slay. Yeah, that's a good line. That is a good line.
The electric dragon and the final boss were my favorite fights.
Yeah,
the final boss is so good.
I really get fucking. I did not expect me to get fucking pumped, but I look forward to her saying it. Like I'm just like, yeah, authorize me, yeah, like. Because they definitely glaze you in this game, by the way. They
for sure. From the beginning, you're like a Jedi.
I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, they don't come out and say it, but it's pretty apparent with how characters interact that like your hunter is like this is not your like you're not new. Like this is a hunter from some previous monster.
Yeah, you're not learning.
Because like when you do the large,
you're already a freak.
Yeah, the large ice monster. Olivia says to you, "You've hunted a monster this size before, haven't you?" And stuff like that.
Yeah, it feels like you're playing as some character who's already had their story.
I literally feel the way that they talk to you, specifically the way that the guild talks about you, it makes me feel like, am I just my world character? Because that's how they're presenting it.
It is kind of, it's like a continuation. Yeah.
Not your Rise character, because that's a whole other
No, I know.
thing.
That's a whole second game. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're presenting it as if you are the character from World. Specifically because of they're talking about the ice character. They're like, you see your character reacting to when certain things happen, and you're like, bro, did you fight Bombero? Like you're just like, fuck.
I almost think, well, a lot of the characters look like they're grown-up versions of characters from 4U. So I always think it's
that's
like,
what Chris said.
Like
he said the little girl, Gemma.
I'll spoiler this one. I won't mention it directly because it's a really cool moment. When you're fighting that one monster and you you never hear this in Monster Hunter and electric guitars start.
Oh yes, that is great. That scene is awesome.
Well,
there's one in particular.
The one that normally has that is an ogre, but he's not in it.
Yeah. The one fight in particular that's not the final boss that I thought was like so sick is in the ice area, without getting into spoilers, where the second phase of that fight you get like the giant nuke attack where you have to run behind the ice stickle things. You know, where like you have to dodge.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was coming, and so I was running and I didn't know it insta kills. I thought I was fine, and then my secret ran over, and I just like hopped on the back, and right as I hopped on my secret, I was just above where the ice area was, even though I was safe and it killed me.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
also, good night, Mike. I saw Mike said he's got to go to sleep. You got it.
See you, Mike.
Good night, Mike.
I will say though that in general, I do like the game. I do find the roster for monsters a little bit lacking. I find some of these monsters kind of very mid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Since your sacred can glide, I would have liked it if you reached the top of a map if you could actually glide around.
You trying to Spider-Man on PS4 Empire State Building this shit, bro?
No, I mean like it's
you could just like
it's descending.
Up a little bit.
It's like Koraidon.
It's fun, man. The game is really fun.
Something I'm surprised a lot of people that play aren't aware of: when you're knocked down, you can call your sacred, and it'll come get you.
That's basically
instead of having to get up.
Wire bug escape, but it doesn't have a cooldown, so you can just do it.
Yeah.
It's like it's extremely good because like there's a time I called my sacred, and the monster hit me again and stunned me, but the sacred still picked me up and they covered the stun instantly.
Yeah,
I think also they while you're on them, they dodge attacks sometimes.
Yeah, they try their best. I thought for a second though, you just can't get hit. Then one time I got hit and the sacred just fell over.
It's like a fire blast or something.
Yeah.
Oh, also fuck the cooking in this game. This shit's ass.
Yes, it's not as cool as I'd like it to be.
I want a big dumb cat grandma to make me my meals.
Yeah, I miss my little dongos.
Even if it was my own Palico doing it for me.
I like the little dongo songs.
Your hunter is a fucking savage. He does not use seasoning.
Yo, I feel like we've been doing this for a long time, and people want to go to bed.
I was gonna say, we are 3 hours in now. This
fine.
is a very long episode. It's been a long episode. We talked about a lot of stuff. We covered everything from Marvel to Monster Hunter to Pokemon. We told you guys
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, right? We talked about Ryan Gosling. There will be a show not next Monday, but the Monday afterwards, and then remember that the show after that one will be on the evening of the Switch 2 Direct. So there will be one, not next Monday, but the Monday after, and then there will be another one on April 2nd. And then following the one on April 2nd, the next show will be our live show at C2E2 the week and a half later, which will then go up like a normal Monday show. And I
would like to say,
yes.
Also, I'm working on something for Japan Time, and it'll bring you guys, instead of having to wait, it won't cover the same topics, but you'll have a weekly show.
You got a nice little interim show that goes on the in between. Which will be nice.
Yeah.
You're still Porky Piggin.
Yeah, where'd you come from talking about finally?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, can you say that's all, folks?
All right. Yeah, you want to end it with
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
That'll be a perfect way to end it.
If I'm still, that's all, folks. That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
You got one of them. You got one of them. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.